digital juice.
Digital juice.
So, Abe, if you try to click on my H3R0 section, I'm pretty sure you can't do it without a password. I'm not sure.
I'm going to click on it. I'm going to hack it.
Do it.
What do you want to click on?
The one H3R0.
I feel pretty confident I can click on it.
Is there anything in it?
Yeah. HP spending modded.
I don't know. Maybe it didn't work.
It's
all good.
I deleted everything.
You can see everything.
Okay.
Who would like to recap?
We died. I died so much.
So Abe can recap up until the warehouse, and I can take it from there because I don't remember a big section of that first session.
Well, Ramen, having recently been mutinied from his ship, found himself
Spoilers.
in a town. Quickly finding some, his type, gunned them down and stole a handful of some items, and eventually found his way into a bar where he met up with his friend Cole, who introduced him to a droid. And some shenanigans ensued, in which they eventually bought outright a new ship.
New ship.
New beat up ship.
Using his own currency that he had recently acquired from the same individual that he bought the ship from. Hiding the new ship on the outskirts of town, they went back to find a robot that H3, the new robot companion, stated he needed to save. And Ramen, not backing down from a challenge or an adventure, went in guns a-blazing. There you go.
All right.
On the way to the warehouse, we got shot down pretty badly by Gut Giro, a smuggler, and some thugs with some big guns. We didn't do a whole lot of damage to them before we were chased off and only rescued by Colvis, the Doros, who is kind of a fast talker, but seems like a decent guy, who left us in a safe house. Oh, wait, I'm backtracking. We got a ship after that.
Yeah, I skipped that part because Ramen remembers it very differently.
Yeah. We got shot real bad.
No, I don't think that ever happened.
Giro was there.
I had to save Cole from that adventure.
We made it to the warehouse, and we took out one guy and got to the roof and scoped things out and tried to take out the second guy and did, but not before he yelled a lot. There was a big battle, and we took out a bunch of the mooks, but then Ramen got shot and then grenaded, and then H3 had to pull him off the roof and give him a stim pack, and
I feel like you're waiting this.
and then Ramen got a heavy gun in front of the door.
Yeah, this is right.
Opened the door, and then Ramen missed a dude inside, and then H3 shot Oven and released some gas, and then Ramen missed some more guys.
I definitely remember you different. This is very different.
Oh, and then Spur came out, and you shot him. You shot the guy with just a knife. You shot the guy with...
Well, no, he had a gun. He had a gun originally, and then he called me dumbass. And then I was like...
No, that was the smuggler. That was different.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I shot a guy with a knife.
Spur was the guy that was roughing up the lady in the bar.
Well, he deserves it.
Yep. So you shot that guy that just had the knife, And then you got shot by a smuggler, and because the smuggler apparently is like the best shooter in the whole group.
Holy mother of God, yes.
We exploded everything in there.
No.
And
I shot his gun out of his hand and then shot him.
mm-hmm,
You skipped that part. This is very important.
I'm not there yet. We exploded the place, and then the smuggler shot you dead, and then I shot Giro, and then you woke up. H3 isn't convinced that you ever actually went down, since he didn't get a good look at it. He thinks you were pretending to be unconscious, probably.
Totally was pretending. Who says otherwise?
And then you shot the smuggler dead.
Yeah.
And then
dumbass.
H3 went all Terminator style and heavy machine gunned this guy at point blank range.
All right. So that is what happened. Well
Totally.
done. So H3, you are now standing over the riddled body of Darrow Blunt, his two blasters lying on the floor beside him, and you're holding the smoking heavy blaster rifle with one hand and the other part cradled in your little elbow stump.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a kind of a smoky mist about the room from the explosion of the oven, and through the smoke you can just very vaguely see the outline of an astromech droid who's lying face down on the ground.
Sweet.
Dan, is there a map? Do I get a map? I want to see.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Gotta have the map.
I can use my mind, but I want a map.
Okay, that's good because there won't always be a map.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
H3, the gun, the heavy rifle just sort of like slides with a grating screech off of his arm stump,
Mm-hmm.
and the tip kind of clangs to the floor. And as he turns around, he just lets go of the gun, letting it clatter to the floor as he kind of walks back to the door to check on Ramen.
Okay. Abe, you are kind of slumped against the crate there. You have one arm on the crate, and you're just kind of slumped against it. Your blaster's still in your hand. The smuggler in front of you is lying on the ground, his face just a black, smoking, charred shadow of what it used to be.
Call me a dumbass.
His blaster lies beside him on the ground.
Dibs! And I reach out and pick it up.
Okay. You receive a heavy blaster pistol.
I would like to scoop my remaining arm, which is my left arm, under Ramen, and just sort of like hoist him fireman style over my shoulder and say,
Okay.
"This is no time for sitting."
Oh no, I was just. Oh, okay, we're moving. Can I look around this smoky room?
Yes. Abe, did you leave your... Yeah, you have a heavy blaster rifle in your inventory, so I'm going to delete that out of your inventory because it's still sitting on the crates over there.
Oh, yeah. And then what did I pick up?
And I will put it in there. It's a heavy blaster pistol.
Great. I took it in one of my many pockets.
Where is it? Heavy blaster pistol. There we go. Okay. So I'm sorry. You kind of hoisted him up and helped him walk into the warehouse. Is that right?
Hoist him into the warehouse, and I'll set him down there awkwardly.
Okay.
Abe, kind of stumbles a little bit.
You again slump against the crate that's in there. You're in pretty bad shape.
just taking a breather here.
You're just kind of, your senses aren't all quite there. You're injured bad. Okay.
Mama always said there'd be days like this.
Can we roll destiny points?
Oh, yes,
Destiny!
please.
1 force die?
Please do. Yep.
Yeah. Oh no.
I don't think that's good.
Too late, 1 dark.
There they are. There they are.
So do you guys see them?
I
Yeah.
can see them.
So when
can I
you
just-
want to use a light side point, you drag it off, and you either drop it anywhere or you drop it in the dice pool to automatically upgrade your roll.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm still using my. What are you
I just
doing?
wanted to see what happened.
Oh
Light side.
no.
I didn't actually use it.
Okay.
Or did I?
Atri is going to go to the door and listen, and,
Okay.
and his night vision scanner eyes are on, but he's going to basically listen and take a look outside to see how much commotion this has aroused.
You can see a couple of people's heads just poking around the corner just to see what the commotion was, but other than that, not as much as you think there should be
Sure.
from a large gunfight going down in the middle of the town.
I'm awkwardly trying to look for anything that can heal me.
Okay. Roll your perception, Abe.
Hmm.
Difficulty 1.
Oh. Hmm. Huh. Difficulty 1. Difficulty 1.
Doodle doodle doo.
Suck it, suck it, suck
Difficulty
it.
1. Okay. So you noticed that on the dead guy that's lying on the ground with the 2 blaster pistols beside him,
Oh,
he
nice work.
seems to have a bulky backpack
Hmm.
on his back. But your threat is that you realize you're gonna, in order to take him off of him, you're gonna have to roll him over, and he's probably kind of heavy.
Oh god. H3.
Atri comes over to you and kind of puts a hand on your shoulder and shoves Ramen back down to the ground. I would like to attempt a medicine check on Ramen.
Okay.
Come on, he's got a backpack. Maybe he's got some meds.
So you're more than half of your wounds, so I believe that's difficulty
Is difficulty 2,
2.
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe. Let me look here. Let's try the health. Yes, 2.
Right on.
And sorry, you need a setback with that because you don't have proper tools on you, correct? All right, so that those 2 successes actually cancel out. Oh wait, sorry, just 1 success.
Okay, so I heal you one health and 1 threat. 'Cause
1
I
health,
think
1 advantage.
well, the advantage heals threat
Wait,
on
what,
medicine
Oh, okay.
checks.
what do you mean?
I think
threat?
that's
Do you
how
mean
it works.
Strain?
You mean strain?
Yeah. Strain.
Yeah.
I meant strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Hey, thanks. Can you maybe, I mean, I do it on my own, but, I don't want to show up. Can you just push this guy over? I need his backpack.
I quickly scan amongst the containers,
Okay.
and like the crates and stuff that are in this warehouse.
Yep.
And I would like to spend a light side point
Okay.
and say that one of these containers has a built-in basically like a built-in pallet to it, like a hover pallet or something,
Okay.
so that we could turn it on and basically use it to carry things out of here.
Yeah, I will say that under one of the crates, yeah, there's a hover skiff.
Yes.
Just like a little
Boom.
platform
I don't know.
that
I'm
hovers.
not rolling that die. I'm just
Okay.
that was the light side point.
Yep.
Okay. I move over to the body, and I just take off the backpack and I throw it inside one of the crates.
Okay. You're not going to open or anything. You're just throwing inside the crates.
Yep.
Okay. It is inside the crate that's on the hover skiff.
And H3 kind of swings back to Ramen and says, "You're sitting again. Now is the time to collect weaponry." And he starts walking off towards the R4 droid.
Okay.
I'm gonna look in the backpack.
Okay. Abe, you walk over to the backpack and open it up. And what's going on here? Oh my god. Ads. You go over the backpack and open it up, and you find a couple of things inside. Let me just open your inventory, and I'll put them right in there. First thing you find is a large iron tool that you pick up and put on your person. There it is. Okay, I'm just making sure you're not encumbered. You also find a med pack and 2 stim packs.
What do I have to do to use that med pack?
So the med pack gives you an advantage on medicine checks, I believe. And you can just use a regular medicine check, but in addition, you have the proper tools for the job, so that would give you a boost die.
Nice. But if I want to like
there's
immediately
no
heal
penalty.
myself, I gotta use one of those stim packs.
Yeah, which you already used one stim pack today, yes?
Yep.
Yes, so it won't be as potent.
Yep, don't care.
So I think it's
right in my leg. That's the good stuff.
That's the stuff.
Okay, so each one is reduced by 1, so you get 4 wound points back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just leaning. One hand is on the hover, the other is just like stabbing into my leg, and I'm just like, oh, that's the good stuff. Okay, weapons, you say? I put all that stuff in my pockets and I start looking around.
Yep. Okay, so you're feeling a little bit better, but you're still kind of holding your side a little bit, Abe. And
because I get so many.
I'm gonna let you take some time to find the weapons that are laying around.
Nice.
But yeah, you look around and try to find all of the items. Okay, H3. You step over and you see the astromech droid face down on the ground. He seems to be kind of sizzling just a little bit. Some smoke from him, some damage from the explosion, it looks like.
Sure.
He's currently wired up to a portable computer, and on the computer there's a blinking green screen that reads configuration complete, coordinates compatible. He doesn't seem to be moving or responding in any way that you can see.
Sure.
And like I said, again, he is face down.
Right on. Is there a visible reason why he would be non-responsive at the moment? Like a restraining bolt or something like that?
Nothing that you can see on the back of him, but if you turned him over, perhaps.
Yeah, I'll set him upright.
Okay, so you set him back upright, and you do see a restraining bolt that's on his chest plate. And you see a couple of the plates on the front of him have been removed, and that's where the wires are hooked up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then I think I would like to make a computer check to try to see what was done with these coordinates. Basically, see like where this message was transmitted.
Sure. All right. Roll a computer check, and it is an average computer check.
Okay.
All right. Success.
Yes.
So looking through this computer, just kind of clicking through, you find that the coordinates are for an asteroid field that's not too far from this particular warehouse. And in addition to that, you see a couple different programs, and mostly they're cargo logs and shipping records of shipments of glitter stim that have been transported and sold.
Nearby
And do you have a knowledge of underworld at all?
I do not.
Roll an average check with just your regular intelligence or intellect. Okay. Glitterstim isn't familiar, but you can see from the shipping records and the sales records that whatever it is, it goes for a lot of money on the black market.
Okay.
What was the name of it, Dane?
Glimmerstim.
Glimmer.
I would like to safely unplug this R4 unit from the computer.
Okay.
If you have to,
You can do that.
right click and say eject or something.
Yeah, you don't have to roll a check for that. It's pretty
Okay,
simple
good.
to get them disconnected.
I'm going to disconnect the R4 unit, and I'm going to pick up this R4 and the computer if I can, and move them back to the crate.
Okay.
One at a time, probably.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take 2 trips, but you're able to do that. Yes.
In that entire amount of time, I've loaded like a gun and a half.
Yeah.
Yep.
So our total number of guns, by my count, are just the mooks outside had 2 blaster carbines, 2 heavy blaster rifles, 2 slug
I can
thrower
tell you
rifles.
exactly what they are.
Yes.
1 second.
I've drove like 1 large gun back.
Yeah, there was one like right here.
Yep, that's the one.
Just open my Excel sheet here. Okay, so what you guys are able to find, and this is going to take you a while. It's going to take you about maybe half an hour to get all these collected and found. But a heavy blaster rifle, the one that was carried by H3, is lying on the ground. Another heavy blaster rifle, which was resting against the crates in front of the building to the south. The heavy blaster pistol, which is now in Raman's possession. You find 4 blaster carbines, one on the ground near the north side of the building, one on the ground, another one on the ground near the north side of the building, one in the empty crate that you're using to carry stuff.
Where it dropped out of my hand.
Where it dropped out of your hand, yep. With a lot of singed pieces of metal around it. And then there was one on the floor next to Gut Giro's corpse. You find 2 slug thrower rifles that were on the roof. So Abe, you kind of scramble up on the roof to see what you can find up there. And you find 2 blaster pistols next to Daro's corpse. You find the vibroblade that Spur was holding that's on the ground next to his corpse. And then the backpack that had the stuff in it.
Who had the backpack?
Daro.
The guy
that you were riddling with fire. Yeah.
Nice. Good thing I didn't destroy that stuff.
That's true.
Cool.
Hey, what'd you find out with your robot friend?
There was a shipment coordinates transmitted to a nearby asteroid field. A shipment of glitter stim.
Abe, you know what glitter stim is. You know that it is a very rare and hard to come by spice from the mines of Kessel. And you know that because you firsthand had a job to ship 6 crates of Glimmerstim to the core worlds for Gracchus the Hutt. And thinking about this, you remember, it all comes back to you, that you lost a good bit of that shipment. And you owe Gracchus what equates to 30,000 credits.
Son of a Hutt.
All the weight of that knowledge kind of comes back down onto you immediately.
As you're dragging over that droid, I grabbed you by the shoulders. We got to get that shipment. We got to find it. We just got to. We have a ship. We could go. You get your dude here. Let's get out of here.
H3 just kind of like looks at you, doesn't answer for a second.
Exactly. We gotta go.
We should go.
Yes! Let's go. And if we find Milady on the way, let's pick her up too.
Why? H3 is already basically he kicks on the hover skiff
I'm jumping
and
on the front of it.
starts pulling it behind him.
Okay. And
Because
you
it's
guys
probably
are
easier to
leaving?
pull with just one arm than it is to push with one arm.
You guys are leaving the warehouse?
Oh shit! Should we search anymore?
I want to know what this toilet is.
That's a refresher. It's stinky and it's been loaded with chemicals. Somebody's poor attempt at cleaning it. They've just kind of poured nasty chemicals all over it.
What's this thing?
That is a cabinet that seems to be locked. Oh, Abe, one more thing that you found in the backpack was a set of keys. That was an important thing.
But wait, before we go, I found these keys. Oh, I also showed the dark iron spanner to H3.
Okay, H3, roll a mechanics check.
Sure.
Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 8.
Easy peasy.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Looking at the thing that Ramen is showing you from Daro's backpack, you can see that this is a tool used to remove restraining bolts, and that it almost seems like a custom tool. You've seen spanners before, lots of them, but this one seems to be, custom designed for easy removal of a restraining bolt.
Which Ramen sees that H3 is wearing one of those.
Yes. Abe, roll a mechanics check with 2 difficulty.
This is going to be real good.
You got this.
2 difficulty.
Oh, you got this. Oh boy.
Okay. You don't know what a restraining bolt is or does, but you can see that this tool, that H3 is kind of eyeing it up, and that it may be important to him, even though you have no idea what it is.
Hey, I've never seen anything like this, but you seem pretty handy. They even call you the mechanic. Why don't you take this, and I'm gonna go try these keys, and I just like toss it in the air and go walking over to things to try it.
Okay. Without even having to really move at all, H3, your arm just kind of raises up, goes catches it.
Okay.
I'll put it in your inventory.
Right on.
Okay. Abe, you go over to the cabinet and see that there is a little key interface for the key that you have. And do you wish to use the key on the cabinet?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
All right. You use the key on the cabinet, and it unlocks.
Sweet.
You open it up and find inside. Oh, I had this set up. Where is it? God damn.
2 bounty hunters. You're dead.
2 bounty hunters. Surprise! Inside, you find. That's not the right one.
10,000 credits.
There it is. Okay, inside, you find 235 credits.
Sweet.
You may add to your inventory. You also find 4 handheld comlinks, which I will add to your inventory now. Oops. In addition to that, you find a small container. Roll your knowledge underworld, Abe.
Oh, so I didn't want to interrupt, but I actually had a question about 2 things, and I don't think I have enough XP. But before I do, if I wanted to level up my underworld, so it's something I'm proficient in.
Right, it's a class skill. You have 0 ranks in it, so I believe to spend XP, Oh, I had it down somewhere.
Be
'Cause
5.
Little bitch.
I
I think
was
it's 5. Yeah.
I was hoping to get that and Streetwise, which I'm both is a class skill, but I have nothing in. So that would be
So
10 altogether, right?
Yeah, 10.
All right. Can I still do that? You want me to roll without it?
Yeah, you can still do it.
All right.
That's fine. Just make sure you subtract your XP or add to your spent XP, I guess.
Dunzo. All right.
Cool. Okay.
Because I thought we might need a little of this to get out of here.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. With what? Medium? Easy?
Easy.
Come on, Underworld. Yeah.
All right. You know that this substance that's in your hand, while it looks like a little can or canister of paint, is a popular drug called Booster Blue. And Booster Blue is a common. What's your advantage? You know that Booster Blue is a common stimulant that a lot of smugglers and pilots take in order to kind of heighten their senses. It's actually not a synthesized drug. What it basically is just starship paint. So highly durable and highly potent paint that somebody at some point discovered is fun to huff. So there's 2 cans of Booster Blue in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna pocket those too.
All right.
All right. Just right into a little pocket.
Yep.
H3 puts his left hand on Ramen's right shoulder and just is staring at the cabinet and says, "One's best success comes after greatest disappointments."
Yeah, like losing an arm.
Oh, too soon.
Speaking of which, did you find an arm? 'Cause
H3, you
I
just
didn't
kind
find one.
of over down with your arm and then back up to H3. Back up to Rob.
Yep. H3 just walks over to the beds.
Okay.
Do I see anything near the beds?
There is nothing really in the beds other than just they're kind of hammocks strung between some shelves, and you just see some pillows, blankets, that kind of stuff, but nothing really useful. You find a couple of couches and chairs which have been toppled and singed beyond repair by the explosion of the stove.
Hey H3, is there a cushion over there?
H3's head swivels between like both of the couches, which are upholstered, and the chair, which is also upholstered.
Yep.
And
everything is just blown to pieces. Just unusable.
He reaches down and grabs like a couple of the ruined cushions on the sofa and puts them on top of the chair. He just starts stacking up cushions on top of the chair.
Yeah. You should bring those over to the hover. Just grab those. Bring them over.
I get a chair full of cushions and I walk them over and dump them
Ash-covered cushions.
dump them in.
They're in the crate.
I kind of position them and then I jump on top. All right, man. Let's do this. I'll make sure your droid doesn't fall off.
H3. Oh, actually, I don't have my repair tools on me, so I don't know that I can make a mechanics check. I think I need tools to make a mechanics check to repair myself, huh?
Isn't that your
Yep.
goo gun? Goo gun yourself.
That is it only helps with let's see. It only helps with Oh no, it does add a mechanics check to repair droids, so it adds an automatic advantage to mechanics checks made to repair droids. So can I use my goo gun to repair myself?
I will say that you can use it to try to just kind of staunch the sparks and other things flying from your severed arm.
Sure.
You kind of just goo it up to keep everything in place and to keep it from contacts from touching each other and frying or whatever.
Yeah,
Combat
it's
stew.
so it is a mechanics tool that basically has like the way it works is it has like lots of different kinds of liquid inside that are
Yeah.
used for like different effects for repairing stuff.
Yep.
So like welding goo and sealing
Right.
goo and whatever.
So this
So
is just kind of a sealant adhesive, but it's temporary so that you could take it off to repair your arm
sure.
eventually. But
Alrighty.
go ahead and roll it. At a disadvantage because you're well, no, it's goo gun's like the size of a grease gun from World War II, right? It's not very
Yeah,
big.
it's a one-handed, it's a light weapon.
Yeah, so that's fine. No
So just a
disadvantage. Yep.
regular mechanics, and I am going to be at 2. Actually, no, I'm at 6 out of 13. I should only be at 1
Okay.
because I'm at less than half. All right, here we go. Cool.
Nice.
So heal myself a few strain. 3 strain. Oops. Nope. 3 strain and 1 wound.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
So I goo myself up a little bit, and
You're all gooey.
I grab the handle of this skiff and start pulling it along behind me.
Okay. And you guys are heading out the door?
Question.
Yes.
Out of character.
Yes.
The nice looking lady in the bar.
Yeah.
What did
Rhodian.
she want?
She wanted information about the droid.
Gotcha.
Yep.
The droid that you guys found.
Did she say where
and
she was going to be?
She did not, because you guys kind of weirded her out.
Yep, that's fair.
When you guys left, she just kind of scooted off, and you're not quite sure where she is or where she would be.
H3 would not care to check in these crates, Abe, but I don't know if Ramen would think about checking the crates in the smuggler warehouse.
As a smuggler, yeah, I totally would check anything.
A cursory glance shows that anything that was in these crates is gone a long time ago.
Damn it.
They're all pretty much empty, but they look like they may have contained smuggling items at some point.
Dane, what's this thing right here?
Whoops.
That was a bed.
That was a bed.
Things. Oh wait, no, that was right. Because you guys used the light beside point, right?
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, stop. Okay. I'm using the dark side
Oh shit.
point. Oh, but I'll wait until Abe's done here. What'd you say, Abe?
Good. So while you're over looking at the bed, I walk over and I'm like, "Look, man, I know what you're looking for. Just hold on. Just hold on." And I just like slam the wall.
Mhm.
See? But nothing happens.
Nothing happens at all.
H3
Well,
just silently stares at Ramen.
Good smugglers hide stuff in the bed. All right, maybe we should just go.
All right. So when you guys step out, Ramen, are you in the crate? You're sitting in the crate? On the
Yep.
cushions? Okay.
I totally.
And H3 is just kind of dragging him out. You step out to see 4 figures standing outside, 3 of which have E11 blaster rifles pointed at you. And they are Imperial troopers, Army troopers. You can see one in front is kind of a older gentleman, mid-40s maybe. He seems a little bit rotund in that his blast armor chest piece doesn't quite fit around his body. And he seems to be kind of just like chewing on his fingernails. And as you step out the door, he looks over to you and says, he gives a big yawn and says, "All right, we got a call. What's the meaning of all this? Who are you guys? What happened here? Blah blah blah." And he just kind of casually turns and he's looking off in the distance and just holding his hand out.
Can I try to cover up this droid in some way?
Yeah, go ahead. You find one of the cushions and you just kind of stack them around R4. And the guy looks back to you and goes, and he just kind of makes a, beckoning motion with his hand.
H3 makes some random beeping sounds, and then looks back towards Ramen, and then looks back to the Imperials.
Okay.
He made a motion with his hand.
Yes.
Oh,
He's looking really bored.
yeah. Oh, my apologies. And I'm gonna get off of my
Okay.
and does it look like he wants a bribe?
Yes. You could tell that's exactly what he wants, just knowing your
Of course.
bribery.
My apologies, good sir. Sorry to disturb your evening. Here is, and what would I think a good bribe is?
Roll your negotiation. And the difficulty is going to be a average difficulty. Okay. So you think a proper bribe for a mess this big with an Imperial trooper, probably around 200 credits would be appropriate.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out 205 credits.
Okay.
And go. Humblest apologies, good sir.
You gonna put it in his hand?
Yep.
Okay. He takes it and looks through it. Seems satisfied and puts it in his pocket. And then he looks at you. You don't look too familiar. I haven't seen you around these parts yet, have I?
No, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Well, anyways, my name is Sergeant Tanson. And I don't know what this is all about, but you're cleaning it up. He looks down at the smuggler whose face is just fried, and he gives him a little kick. He goes, on a Boden's crew, huh? Well, he's been causing a lot of the smugglers around here a lot of problems, so you saved us a little bit of work. But you also lost somebody that we did a certain amount of business with. I'm going to look over this one time. But like I said, you better clean all this up. I don't have time to do all that. I'm a very busy man.
Oh, of course.
He goes, all right, let's go. Come on. All right, and they start to walk away.
I'm gonna kind of motion for R3 to come closer.
H3. Is that who you're talking to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Andy, he beckons you.
H3 just kind of stoops down a little bit.
Hey, it might be good to stay under the radar. What if I stay outside and you just grab all those dudes and you shove them in some containers inside? And then, we cleaned it up.
H3 just stares at him for a long second and then says, okay. And he grabs the leg of Spur and starts dragging the body of Spur back into the warehouse.
Yeah. You just kind of nonchalantly drag him, and he bounces off the door frame as you're dragging him.
Oh, God.
And about, let's say, 15 minutes go by, and H3 slowly kind of gets everybody into the crates inside, and you leave the two bodies on the roof because you're not. And everything seems to be pretty much cleaned up. You've gathered all the weapons and everything else. And at this point, it's crack of dawn. It's early morning. As you guys are standing there.
I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Okay. H3 starts dragging the skiff along again back.
All right. Where do you guys want to head?
Back to the ship, yeah.
All right. You guys head back to the ship. Not a lot is going on in the streets of Foremost Spaceport in the morning because everybody is pretty much still asleep. The few people that poked their heads out to see what the commotion was, they've all gone back, and you don't really see anything more from them. You make it back to the ship with no real incident at all.
Nice.
Let me pull the ship up. Beep, beep, beep.
There it is.
Okay, and you guys make it to the ship. What would you like to do?
Oh, it didn't load for me. Why didn't it load for me?
Sorry.
So H3 mostly just starts like tossing these, or he picks up these guns one at a time and lays them on the floor.
Okay.
Actually, and then after about 3 guns in, he stops and looks down at his broken arm. And with the equipment I have around, is this something that regular repair tools would be able to fix, or would I need new parts?
No, you need parts.
Okay.
You need some droid parts. This is bad. It's bad. It's real bad.
Mm-hmm. H3RO is going to look at Ramen and says, "I need a new arm."
Giant R4.
I look at H3. Does that mean what I think it means?
There is a
Don't
destroyed
say it. Don't. I don't go there.
3PO unit
Nope.
outside of the cantina.
Mm-mm. Oh, cantina. We could probably go there. Thought you were gonna say Quinzuman.
No, though he didn't have anything useful.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, the cantina, 3PO unit near a broken trash compactor.
Is that? Does that compute? Can you? How does your arms do? Can you? All right, I'm in. Let's do it. Out of character, would a heavy blaster pistol do more damage than my other sweet gun that I bought?
It's in your inventory. You should be able to look at it.
You can just check off the combat thing if you want it to show up in your combat page.
It would just take some encumbrance, but I like the idea of my one I can pull out for a free action. So
so it looks like the it does more damage by 1. Abe, roll a mechanics check. 2 difficulty.
Oh, this will go swimmingly.
Seems fine.
Oh, yep. All right. Can't wait. Is there anything else in my inventory that I don't actually want to carry with me? I don't think so. Oh, this blaster pistol.
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the no. Before we go, I'm going to use... So first, I'd like to put the Dark Iron Spanner into the inventory for the Starfighter, because I probably won't carry it with me most of the time.
Okay.
But I am going to use it to take off the Restraining Bolt of the R4 unit.
Hey, what you doing?
Okay. You're taking off the restraining bolt. Okay. So immediately, as soon as you take off the droid's restraining bolt, yeah, he just kind of... Wait, where is that? Hold on a second. Okay. All right, and he kind of wakes up and gets really, really, really excited. Where's my droid sounds? There we go. And he just starts going and going and going. Now, Abe, to you, these just sound like just beeping, loud beeping and twittering. But to you, H3, you can actually understand him.
Yes.
And he says, "Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't believe you saved me."
I am going to. I guess this is like binary. I'm responding in or something like that.
Yeah,
Or droid
basically,
speak.
yeah.
Droid
You
language.
speak back to him in basic though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so I'll respond. You are safe for the moment. I am H3R0. This is. It pauses. H3 pauses for a second. I don't know what to call you.
I mean, some people call me Ra. Some people call me fastest hands in the West.
West of what?
You know,
Which-
the light,
Which planet?
the bear.
It's a figure of speech.
Just ramen noodle. Just call me Ra. It's cool.
Everything that he just said. H3 looks back to the R4 unit.
Okay. You're heroes. But wait. Have you seen my friend? Have you seen J9? And at this point, a little hollow projection comes out of the 3PO looking droid that you found in the alleyway. I
It is
don't know what happened to
unfortunately
him. We were attacked.
destroyed.
Okay. He makes this really kind of sad noise. And he just stops, and then all of a sudden he says, "Oh no, not J9." He makes more sad whoops. He said, "He didn't deserve that. He was meant to enjoy freedom. We both were. Biden and his thugs will pay for what they've done."
Oh, I forgot. I actually carried that body all the way to the ship. So I still have it.
Okay.
I still have the torso and arms.
Yeah. Is it out in the open here?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Did you gesture to it?
Yep.
He did.
Okay. So he's gonna go over and he kind of puts his head dome under the limp arm of J9, and it says, "My friend, I'm sorry I failed you. I will make them pay. I will make them pay."
Oh god.
And then he turns back to you, and he says to you, but kind of as he's talking to you in these excited bleeps, H3,
mhm.
he's kind of shifting his head dome back and forth between you and Ra, and he says, "Biden must pay for what he's done, killing innocent droids just to make a profit. We must strike now before he has time to react. You two are incredible. You can do it. You can stop Baden Doba once and for all. I can help you."
I look between the two of us at our incredibly damaged situation. What did Baden do?
"He kidnapped me. You saw? He destroyed my friend." And he's going to point a little articulating arm at J9. "Just because he wanted these coordinates inside of me. And he didn't want any of the other smugglers to have them. He's been causing problems for all the smugglers around Formos."
Where is your master?
"I don't have a master. I'm free. My former master freed both me and my friend J9 a long time ago. We've been here on Formos ever since."
Why? Why would your master free you?
"She cared for us deeply. We were her creations. She said that she no longer needed us, that she wanted us to have choice."
Can I say that during this I've been using my datapad function on my arm to be having a rolling translation going for R4, for what R4 is saying?
Yes, you can.
So that Ramen is aware of what's being said.
Yep.
Oh, now I get it. God, I just thought he was beeping.
We were going to the cantina, my friend and I. Then they attacked us. Boden's thugs.
Why did you have coordinates for this gold glitter stem?
They loaded me up with the coordinates. I didn't want them, but that's to our advantage. I know where Boden is. I know where his hideout is. They gave me the coordinates. I can take you there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I like how this droid's talking.
H3 just looks back to Ra and just is silent for a long moment here.
Please, we need to hurry. He's gonna find out what happened soon, and then he's gonna send other thugs here.
I'm gonna lay down on this couch here, right here. You guys just keep talking.
If we go now, we can infiltrate his base. We can find him. We can stop him. Stop him once and for all. And he looks very expectantly toward you, H3.
Ra and myself are in very poor shape. Very damaged. I have one arm.
He kind of looks at your arm and says, "That is quite a wound, but I can help. I can get you back to ship shape. Your friend, maybe not as much. I don't know much about organics, but I can help you. I can help you."
H3 just looks for a long second and then nods and pulls out his repair kit.
Okay. And R4 kind of shifts his head dome toward Rye, says, "You're a smuggler, right?
One of the
Smugglers
best.
love money. You know that Bodden has a bounty on him, right? 10,000 credits to the Empire and 5,000 credits to a local hut. I can help you bring him in. Plus, who knows what kind of stuff he has on his ship." That was an excited trill.
I mean, all of this sounds really good. I mean, also, couldn't you? It's probably offensive, but couldn't you use J9's arm? I mean, he doesn't seem to be needing it.
I will have to.
He kind of pauses and shifts his head toward J9, then shifts his head toward H3, then shifts his head toward J9, then shifts his head toward H3. And he says, yes, that's a good idea. It's what he would have wanted. And moves over to J9 and pulls out his arc welder and starts to remove the arm. Clank, 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 clank. Sorry, old friend. They're in more need of this now than you are. And he's going to kind of back up, and you see the arm has now been skillfully removed from J9 and is sitting there for you.
All right. Then I guess with R4's help, I would like to try to repair my critical injury.
Okay. You can give yourself 2 advantage dice. And as he helps you to do this mechanic, you kind of hold the arm. He helps you remove your old arm, and you're attaching this whole arm from shoulder to hand to the side of your body so that you have full use of it. So he kind of helps you remove your old arm. And you know, H3, that you're already kind of a hodgepodge of parts.
Okay.
Not really any piece of you makes sense together, but Deck somehow made it work and work well.
Sure.
So this modular aspect is not anything new to you.
Sure.
So you kind of hold the arm in place, and R4 uses his arc welder to kind of help weld it in place. Okay.
Nice. So now that I
Love it.
have a my full repair kit or my full toolkit, do I have the right tools
Yep.
for the job?
You do.
Yeah. All right. It's a 3 because
Roll
the
it up.
critical injury is 3.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
Jesus.
Triumph too.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
So
really good. That's really good.
So, as he's welding this on, he also adds your toolkit that you have with you. He's able to kind of install that on J9's arm and
sweet.
implement the toolkit into J9's arm. So you now have articulating fingers that can turn into tools.
Sweet.
So you have your toolkit with you at all time. He also did a bang up job with both you and he did a bang up job of actually attaching the arm so it moves quite freely.
Yes.
And you can also, let me see, go ahead and remove 3 of your wounds.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
So the toolkit.
Your critical injury is gone too.
Awesome. The toolkit has an encumbrance of 4,
Yeah,
which is why I was leaving it on the ship.
Yeah, I will say that it does not have an encumbrance
Sweet.
because it is now part of your body.
Sweet. Like that.
That was Triumph.
Love it. Sorry, what else did you say? The Triumph 3 wounds and...
So the Triumph, you remove 3 wounds, and then it's just your critical injury is also gone.
Oh, yeah, right. Thank goodness. Looking at this new arm, he kind of articulates a few of the tools in and out of his fingers a few times, and then nods.
What color scheme do you have?
H3, just like gunmetal gray.
Yeah. Gunmetal gray. Okay.
Pretty
So
much solid gunmetal.
This arm is kind of a dark matte black.
Okay.
Attached to your gray.
Right
arm. So, yep.
Badass.
It seems to be working pretty well. You even have pretty much full range of motion. The little kind of pit or what would you call that? Not a piston. Hydraulic bar that's in your elbow extends almost the full way, so you're not inhibited by it like a normal 3PO droid.
Badass. Hey, H3. Catch, and I toss him my my light blaster.
Okay, he catches it easily.
I catch it.
Hey, you mind installing my mod there?
I look down. What mod is he talking about?
Well, let's take a look. This is your L7 light blaster, right?
Yep. I mean, you got enough help there with your new little friend.
I know that it requires money to do that.
Money.
Money.
Do you have any of your parts left over? Didn't I give you like money
right,
parts?
Right. I think you did. I have. Where's my care sheet? I have 100 credits worth of modification parts. So.
Okay. Let's see.
Depends on how many times your thing's been modified already.
It has not been modified at all.
Oh.
So where are the?
Don't you have a filed site or something?
He has a set trigger.
Set trigger is all I could afford.
Oh, right.
I just want it installed for the +1 success for the first combat.
Yeah, it gives a +1. So
yep. Yes, so it'd be 100 for the first modification on that augment.
And then what's the difficulty?
Book.
Sorry, book.
Oh, also I added a new cheat sheet in my OneNote.
It's a hard mechanics check. Okay.
It's like system cheat sheet. It's pretty intense. It even has the critical injuries.
Nice.
So you should check that out at some point.
So it's a hard. I can try to do it. So he will look down at this augment. So this is the trigger augment. or the
Yeah.
trigger that we're trying to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I will.
I'm gonna make it a little bit harder on you.
Oh God. Andy, I won't be horribly upset if you fail.
So I'm sorry. That should have upgraded one of those instead of
I can
adding
do
a
that.
difficulty. It should
do
have
that.
upgraded one of those. So. All right, and then
Right tools for the job.
you have the right tools of the job, and that's about it. Yep. This trigger is very, very touchy, and that's why it's a little more difficult than you're used to. Give it a shot.
All right, I'm going to mark off 50 credits worth of my modification parts.
I believe in you.
Okay. And oh boy,
Here we go.
so
Cable's out. Let her rip. Yeah.
Right. You done did it.
Installed.
I done did it.
Woohoo!
Okay. You
Check that off, man.
As you kind of articulate some of your more fine tools, you're able to kind of refine this hair trigger so that with a very slight pull of it, you could do a double fire.
Ooh.
And you kind of look it over. You've spent about maybe 20 minutes working with this while R4 is kind of pacing back and forth and Ra is just kind of lounging in the bed.
Yep.
But you pick it up and look at it, and you're pretty satisfied with your work, H3.
Sweet. All right. Yeah, and it only costs half because I'm a gearhead.
Gearhead.
So it only cost me 50 instead of 100. Cool. Let's see. Changing that. I'm going to change it like this. Yeah, so I have 50 of them. There we go. All right, he hands back the gun to you. He actually spins it around his finger kind of awkwardly for a second.
And then he just kind of spins it, not in a flashy way, but in a very mechanical way. He spins the blast around his finger and then just catches it barrel side toward him and hands you the grip.
You'll get there, and I'm gonna spin it and holster it.
Okay. Let me see. What's your? Okay,
better with a larger weapon.
You, however, kind of do like a cross your body kind of figure 8 spin, and then slip it back in your holster.
Fast hands.
H3, you're not terribly impressed because that doesn't seem super efficient.
Oh, come on! It would have been cool. Other people find it impressive. Hey, little guy. What do they call you? And I get off the sofa.
Beep 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 beep. My name's R4W9.
R4, got it. Hey, I don't. Do you?
You can just call me R4.
R4. Hey, if we're gonna go.
Hello.
Hi. If we're gonna go back in town, we don't need to go back in town. We're not going back in town. Anyways, you should maybe have a comm link or something. I've got a couple spares.
I have a comm link installed in my systems. I just need to tune to the frequency of yours.
Oh, that's good. And then I'm going to take the other 3. I'm going to take 3 out of my pocket and leave them on the ship.
There's not much time to spare. Does your ship run? Can it fight?
Does my ship run? Thanks to this guy here, it does. Fight, though, not so much. It's got a gun.
A gun is good.
I'm efficient at vehicle-mounted weaponry. What are your skills, R4?
Piloting. I
am an R4 astromech droid. Navigation is my greatest skills, but I can repair items as well. I have some piloting skill.
No, we got that covered. It's cool.
Astrogation would be a help.
That's kind of my thing.
Astrogation and navigation would be a help.
I can do that. I just need interface with your navigation computer. Does your navigation computer work?
I mean, after a nice dinner and some, No one? Okay. I'm sitting back down.
He's looking at you and his head just kind of his head dome kind of shakes slowly.
I'm just slowly,
They don't understand.
defeatedly walking up
And
the
H3
stairs.
is giving you the blank stare that he always gives you.
I'll be up in the cockpit.
I will take a seat. I'm guessing this can work as a gunning seat.
Yes, that's the gunnery and co-pilot seat.
Right.
And R4W9 plugs
Before
into your nav computer.
before we go, do you want me to try to heal you one more time, Abe?
Yes, I would love that. Also, how do I get rid of criticals or wounds?
Oh, I should try to heal those criticals.
Yeah.
I have to do them one at a time.
So the discouraging word, I read it. It says it's still the end of combat, but does it stick around?
neither of the ones that you have are continuing effects. The only thing that they do is they add to your next critical wound roll. So
shit. Okay.
the critical wound table is a 1 to 100 percentile roll. So you would do a percentile roll plus 20, and once things get over 100, that's when it gets dangerous, dangerous.
Yeah.
Like
151
150 is dead.
Yeah, 150 is dead.
I can try to get rid of those if you want.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's my biggest concern because they're not bad, quote unquote. They're not affecting me. It's just the next roll's gonna suck. But I am at 5 out of 11 wounds.
It'll just take some time.
Your body can't take much more. But.
Yep. Yeah, you never know when you're going to roll a 99.
Yeah, hope my body can take it. Oh, I don't have a heavy blast.
So what's the difficulty on those, Abe? Because they should have a difficulty beside them.
Oh.
If you click on them. Maybe.
Severity 2.
All right. So it'd be a 2 difficulty. Yeah,
I
that's
have a 1 and a 2.
And if I use the med pack, that counts as right tool for the job. Is that right?
You notice something blinking from the comm computer on your ship, and it seems to be your communication holo. Somebody's hailing you.
Son of a bitch! And I go, everyone shut up! And I hit the button.
Okay, you hit the button, and all of a sudden the head of a very familiar Duros shows up on the holo communicator and looks at you and says, "Ah, great, you're not dead. You know,
nice
things
to see you
would be
too,
a lot
my friend.
better if you were dead." And I see you got the ship. What did I tell you? That Quinn Zuman guy's an idiot.
You have no idea.
Were you able to get it running?
Thanks to H3. You were right there, my friend.
Good. Well, listen, he knows. And he's not happy.
My dad?
No, you carking idiot.
I'm just kidding.
Scratch his nose.
Oh, shit.
I did all I could, but he knows the shipment didn't get where it's going. Now, I don't know if he knows if you're alive or not, but when he found out, oh boy, all kinds of hell broke loose. Anyways, I've got to lay low for a bit. I got to keep out of his sights, and I'll go back when I get the chance. Did you find your crew yet? Did you find the shipment?
I found a shipment.
Listen, unless you try to make up some of the stuff that you lost, you're in deep, deep, deep poodoo. And I don't know how much I'm going to be able to stave it off anymore. You're on your own.
Hey, I just appreciate the help. But one last thing. If you happen to find a warehouse full of dead bodies, I didn't have nothing to do with it.
You kidding me? You think I'm coming back to that backwater planet? Not a chance. Anyways, hey, I hope you make it out of this. But if you don't, it was good knowing you.
Right back at you, my friend.
And he ends transmission.
So H3 turns to R4 and asks, the coordinates where the glitter stim was being transported, is this where Baden is going?
the coordinates that he gave me, or the files that were on the computer, they were transit logs. He's been selling Glimmerstim to different clients. He may still have some of the shipment aboard his ship, but I can't be sure. All the coordinates give me is tell me that his hideout is in some kind of asteroid field not far from here. About
Oh,
a
boy.
20-hour trip.
Well, that'll be
if
enough
it's a
time to
20-hour
heal
trip,
up.
that's about a 20-hour trip. We got time to heal a couple times. Can we set a course and then have a little bit of time to heal on the journey?
Yes. He says,
Yes.
Are you sure you have everything you need before we leave?
There's a. Maybe she'll wait for me. Yep, let's get the hell off this rock.
Okay. He says, I'm interfacing with the computer.
Oh,
Oh. Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Coordinate set.
Oh,
All
boy.
right. The coordinates are set into the nav computer, and Abe, if you want, you can engage the sublight engines. I would just remind you guys that your ship is without without shields at the moment. So
shit.
just keep in mind. You do remember that that is a repair that you still need to make, but that will also take at least a day to make. Are you taking off?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get off this rock.
As Ra turns back with a wistful look in his eye, Ramen speaks up after like a good 30 seconds of flying out into space, and he just says, "Lust is the craving for salt of a man who is dying of thirst."
What the?
And with that, you guys leave the atmosphere and begin your jump to hyperspace, which with R4's coordinates is very easily calculated. So I'm not even going to make you roll a check.
Right on.
You have about 20 hours in this traveling through hyperspace. Would you guys like to role play or anything in that meantime? As well as
How many, just in general, during that 20 hours amidst the role playing and stuff? How many of these healing checks can we muster in those 20 hours?
I'm gonna say you could probably do. Let's just say 5.
Great.
Do it.
5 checks.
So I'm going
Do
to
it.
try to do both of the critical injuries
Now-
one at a time.
Critical injuries, right, are a weekly,
Yep.
once per week thing.
I
Okay.
already failed on one of them.
Okay, you already failed on one of them.
Yep. So that was the first one you got.
Right. So you can do one. Try to heal the other critical.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, that's good. That's right. Ra has a med pack. So let me go read what a med pack does again.
Also, is there any way that I
know
can
it gives you the right tools of the job.
Yes.
drag things into the starship?
Yes, I believe you can.
It just gives me like an
Under
error.
Oh, does it? What would you like to drag in?
Probably the.
You're under the inventory tab.
Yeah, let me try.
Yeah,
that.
I can't do it either.
Yeah, it just gives me an error.
Okay.
Probably like
I'll move
the
for you.
heavy blaster, the blaster pistol. I think that was it. If I find other shit, then I have room to smuggle it.
Probably all the guns that we looted.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find those.
And I had a random padded armor in my inventory.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Must have gotten some guy naked at some point. I don't know.
Gut Guro.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, he put his hands down his pants.
Is that something you could I could wear and wear my trench coat?
Yeah, I'd say you could do that. Padded armor kind of looks like just little padded plates. So not like, with regular armor, they're like steel plates or something like that. But these are made of kind of like a cushiony padding,
Would it give me more soak?
It would give you more soak, yeah. Makes you a little bit more bulky, but you can wear your trench coat over it.
You would not look very
So
suave.
you could combine those.
Well, better less suave than dead.
Let me
Sure.
see here. Library gear.
Also, I have to pee. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess now might be a good time. I'm going to get another drink.
Oh, that's good.
Dane,
What?
you're doing great.
Oh, thanks.
We're leaving you for a second.
That's fine. I'm gonna put this stuff in your ship.
Sorry.
So that's okay. You guys have a problem here.
Oh shit. We blew up.
No.
We're at
Your ship can't fit all this shit. It's just not big enough.
How encumbered are we?
So yeah, there's just nowhere to store all of these items. Oops, sorry, 1 second.
Oh, we can only fit 25. Okay.
Yeah, you only have 25 worth of storage space, so there's no way to actually place all these items safely in the ship without, restricting your movement or
I've got
vital
like a
controls and
gun
that kind
under
of
the
stuff.
cushion. I've got a gun hiding in the glove compartment.
1 second. I don't think I'm done yet either. Vibroblade. Hold on. Are you carrying the vibroblade, or are you putting the vibroblade on the ship? I put all the guns on the ship.
Let me actually see what that would be.
Okay.
I am. Well, I'm pretty.
Vibro knife.
Bleh.
I'll put it in the ship inventory.
Is it a stealth vibroblade?
No, just a regular vibro knife.
All right. It takes brawn. No, it gives +1 brawn.
Mm-hmm.
Vicious. It's vicious. I would probably take that unless Andy wants it.
That's fine. You can put it on your person. Andy, I don't know if you heard me, but all these weapons and stuff. So I'll take it back to before we took off. But all these weapons and stuff are not going to fit on your ship. Your ship has an encumbrance of capacity of 25. The ship's encumbrance with all those weapons stored on it is 44 at the moment. So you're either going to have to leave some stuff behind or get rid of it somehow. And basically, what it means is you only have so much storage on your ship, and all the other space is allocated to just living space and moving space. So anything over 25 encumbrance is going to cause you to, have some disadvantages when you're trying to just move around the ship and access different things in the ship. So I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to do, and we'll say you haven't quite taken off yet. The ship damn too heavy.
I mean, the blaster carbines. Is there any way to I don't know, mount those outside?
Yeah, I guess you could technically mount them to the ship, but they're really not going to do any kind of damage in a space scenario. I mean, technically, you could have them forward firing for ground targets.
Gotcha.
But I don't know how advantageous that would be to you. Plus, it would take up some of your precious card points.
Andy says, could we have tried to heal some more of the ship with the Durasteel plates before we took off?
Yeah. That kind of job would probably take maybe 2 hours to use one plate. If you wanted to add one plate. Fuck is the apple slicer?
All right.
And you want to use one or two?
I'm fine with dumping some of this stuff too.
Yeah.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
I mean, the blaster carbines are pretty heavy.
Well, on their own, there are 4 of them. They're only 3 each. Dumping the slug throwers. The slug throwers are actually worth less than the blaster carbines, but they weigh more.
Guys.
Yeah. So I'd rather dump the slug thrower rifles.
Andy, are you fine with me taking that vibro knife, or do you want it?
I'll go for it.
All right. I just thought it might come in handy. You never know.
Sure. I don't want it.
You guys are dumping the slug thrower rifles?
Yeah, get rid of those.
So.
Okay. We're at 34 now.
So you're taking the vibro knife?
Yeah.
So that puts us at 33.
Did you put it in your inventory already?
It wouldn't let me drag it, but I did. So you can delete it.
Yeah, you can get it from the library module.
That's what I did, yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I can actually carry one of the
blasters.
Can carry something. I can carry some. What can I carry? I can actually carry one of the heavy blaster rifles.
Yeah, so I'd take one of those.
You could.
Yeah.
Oh, they're real heavy though. Can you carry a 6 encumbrance?
No, Abe is at 7 out of 9.
Oh no, I can't carry it. I'm saying, yeah, you should take one of those.
Yeah, I can carry one of those.
How are you carrying it? Are you just going to carry it in your arms, I guess?
Because it doesn't have a sling.
It doesn't have
a sling.
That would have to be an attachment that you purchase or find.
Oh. I see. Fashion a holster at some point, so...
that heavy blaster pistol actually is a +2 encumbrance. It's not showing up, but it is.
Oh. You're right. It is not. The hell? The heck? It's there. All right, let me just try dragging it over again.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, my eyebrow. Yeah.
Also, and I think I asked this already, so I apologize,
Mhm.
but so my
Okay.
smuggler's trench coat says it's an encumbrance 3. But if I'm wearing it, is it still an encumbrance 3?
So no, that means you can store 3 items worth of encumbrance on your. Oh wait, no, you're right. It does say it's an encumbrance 3.
Yeah, but I could conceal up to 2.
Yes. Yes.
So I need to make sure that's checked. I want to make sure I'm
Yeah.
not cheating on
It
my
is encumbering
thresholds.
you.
That I am currently maxed encumbrance.
And do you have anything hidden in your?
Yeah. Is there a way to notate that?
I would say probably somewhere.
Yeah, because
Why
the
don't you just put
booster
in your
blue is.
other section? Okay.
Uh,
So you're gonna have 2 encumbrance worth of stuff in there. So the booster blue doesn't have any encumbrance, I don't think.
and then the comm legs apparently don't either. My disguise kit would be in there.
Okay.
So I technically have 2 free. Well, no, because I already added that on. I put it under miscellaneous. So
Gotcha. There we go.
I'm still maxed encumbrance.
Okay. Let me see here.
Oh, because the vibro blades are 2. I'm like, what the hell is? Oh, wait, why is it showing?
So does ship encumbrance kind of works the exact same, like it's a 1-to-1 with player encumbrance?
I believe
Like-
so. Yes.
Okay. Because I know like they deal more damage.
I don't think right. Their damage is at a planetary scale, and their speed is a planetary scale. But I think the encumbrance matches 1-to-1 with the player.
Right on.
But if you find something
Alright.
that opposes that, I'm
I don't
100% sure.
Dane, can you drag my disguise kit into the ship?
Yes. Where are you? There you are.
Excellent. Okay, so maybe we heal one of the plates and we save 2 of them?
So R4, why is there such a rush? Would 2 hours to heal the ship destroy the plans you have? Information would be helpful.
Baden will try to contact his thugs. He will know when they don't communicate. He will know something is wrong. Our element of surprise will be gone.
Will he try to contact them within 20 hours?
Mm,
If so,
20 hours.
we will
20
not get there until 20
Right.
hours.
20 hours would be during the day. It's hard to say. I'm not sure.
Because our travel will already take 20 hours.
This is true. The sooner we go, the more likely we are to have the element of surprise.
Can I be looking at the 2 heavy blaster rifles to see if there's any difference between them?
Yeah, you can look at them. They're the same model, same type, same attachment. Which
I
is a
shrug
monopod
and
mount.
chug one off the back. Either way, we
Heavy blast-
gotta lighten this load.
Did you say heavy blaster rifles?
Yeah, I tossed one off.
Okay. Toss one off.
Yeah. Would keeping them in the box help with the encumbrance at all?
Wait, did you take a heavy blaster rifle?
I
No,
took
that's right.
one. I
You
think
did?
I took one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, then I tossed the last one off the ship.
Oh,
Okay.
they're worth so much money.
Yeah, but I think they're not as much as the carbines, right? No.
Pound for pound, probably not.
Okay. So you guys are now good.
Oh boy. Okay. Logistics.
And Andy, you're kind of just carrying around the heavy blaster rifle
Yeah, I'll just lean it
in
up
your hand.
against me
That's
while
fine.
we're piloting and stuff. If that works.
R4 kind of bleep bleeps and says, I'm not sure, but maybe you could check that computer from the warehouse again. There may be more important information on it.
Yeah. H3 says, okay. And pulls out the computer, and we'll attempt to
Give me
slice
another
into
computer's
it.
check.
All right.
Average difficulty.
Average difficulty.
I spin around in my chair and go, "We're not going back to the." Oh, you brought it with us. Okay, that's cool. And I spin back around.
Computers average difficulty. So a question with tools and stuff. So I have my toolkit and slicing tools. Should I just assume I have the right tools for the job unless something strange comes up?
You have slicing tools?
I did buy slicing tools.
Okay. Yeah,
They're
that
like
would be
integrated slicing
considered
tools.
that would be considered the right tool for the job.
Sweet. So I won't ask you every single time.
Andy.
Yep.
Andy.
Yeah.
Before you roll.
Yeah.
We have 3 light side points.
I mean, I feel good about that.
That's true.
All right. I'm just saying, we have 3 of them.
I like to save those for like whenever we like, oh shit, we actually forgot to do something, and we can spend a light side point and say, actually, we probably remembered to do that.
Because I'd really like to use one to hang up my fuzzy rabbit feet.
What?
No, it's fine. It's cool. Maybe that's a bad idea. Holy mother!
All right.
Don't mess with H3.
So yeah, you get in, but you're not really finding anything. You're not really finding anything more useful than what you already have, other than you find a couple more logs about glitter stem and prices for it. 100 doses of glitter stem catches around 5,000, or was worth around 5,000 credits on the black market.
Yikes.
R4 says, well?
No more information.
Oh, he seems really disappointed.
All right. Well, I guess if we're not going to take the time to heal the ship, I don't know, Abe, do you think that's a good idea? Because we don't have shields, and we already have 4 hull trauma, which is okay.
I forget. We need an entire new shield unit, though, right?
We have the shield unit.
We just have to install it?
We would just have to install it.
How long does that take?
Normally that would take a day, but you think, Andy, with R4's help, you could maybe do it in half a day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have that kind of time.
Here's the plan.
Yes.
Shove. Wait, do you have to, like, and I'm asking in character, do you have to be in the ship to fix the shields?
No, he has to be outside the ship. There's a little, basically, the shield generator is built into the ship, but you have to access it from a panel on the outside. So he has to remove the panel, pull out the overloaded shield generator, and install the new one that you found, which isn't an exact match, but Andy thinks he can get it to work. Or H3, thinks he can get it to work.
I don't know that it's worth 12 hours, though.
Double balls.
Can I actually? I think it might be a good time to try to get a bead on this little R4 unit.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out his personality and mood. Like, is this exuberance and wanting to jump right into battle? Is this just like how much of this is a cool calculated response, and how much is he just like, I want to go right now and I'm not thinking logically about this? I'm trying to use is that cool? Is that?
Yeah, I guess
None of these
cool.
are good. None of these are
Roll
good.
cool, and it's a 1.
Sure. Boom.
Yeah, you
Oh, that checks. That checks.
you aren't quite sure exactly what's going on with this droid. He's different than astromech droids you've encountered before, but you can't really tell for sure what his mood is. He seems agitated, and he seems kind of gung-ho about this whole plan of going after Button, but you can't really tell how much he's thought it through.
H3 will look to Ra and say, while it is a risk, I trust this R4 droid in saying if we are going to attack, we must do it hastily. I do not think we should spend the time to repair the shields or the hull.
Triple balls. All right, let's do this. And then that's where I turn the ship on.
Okay. You power the ship on, and you take off, and you jump into hyperspace. Okay. During the 20 hours, are you going to be doing some checks?
Yeah.
Check.
Heal me.
I'll do a medicine check on the. Wait, that's mechanics. That's not. That's
No, that's not. No, that's the wrong tool.
no, not that.
so I'm trying to get rid of your critical injury, the one I have not tried on yet. So I believe it's a difficulty 2. You said.
Yes.
I have a 1 and a 2. I don't.
It looks like with the med pack, you have the right tools for the job.
Sweet.
If Ra is lending you the med pack, you also have the equivalent of one stim pack in the med pack, in addition to the stim pack that Ra has. Right? Because you have one more Ra.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, so and then we can. Right. So when we use it, then that stim pack's just gone.
If you decide to use the stim pack in addition to your healing check,
that's all right.
And is this for the critical injury?
Yeah.
Or this is for And I think what was the critical injury again? I think it is a 2.
I have discouraging wounds, which says 1 beside it, and slightly dazed says 2.
Yeah, slightly dazed is the one that you're going after. So it's a 2 difficulty. Yep.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are able to eliminate the critical injury.
The dazed one?
So you can remove, the slightly dazed one, and then you recover 2 strain.
Yes.
You said 2 wounds?
2 strain.
Oh, so I'm at full non-strain.
Okay, so H3 administers some pain medicine to you to reduce swelling, and kind of runs a light from left to right in front of you, and helps you kind of get your senses back and start to track a little bit. And you're feeling better, Abe. You're feeling less stressed out. But you're still hurting. Still hurt.
I still have 5 wounds.
Yeah, I can try to medicine you again. This time it would actually be an easy check, so that's good.
Yep.
Because you're at less than half of your thing.
One advantage
tool for the job.
And are you using the stim pack or no?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Because we got time. I still have 4 checks left. We got time.
I believe in you.
All right, here we go. Oof.
Okay. He tries to make you as comfortable as possible, and you're quite comfortable. Put a cushion under your feet, and you're lying back. But he's still trying to work with these wounds, and he doesn't have a lot of experience working with organics. So, but he hasn't done anything to hurt you or anything like that. So,
I am then going to tend to myself for the 3rd check, for my mechanics check. So I am at less than half wounds. I'm just trying a heal check for myself.
Yep.
Right tool for the job, and I get an advantage for my goo gun.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, now you do it.
There you go.
So I heal.
You patch the rest of your the holes in your chassis, and you recover your system strain as you
Yep.
do. And
And I have a
go
triumph
ahead and
left.
give yourself a blue die on your next check.
Ooh.
Sure.
I don't know what that means. Oh, a boost.
That's a boost. A boost. Got a boost.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Actually, give yourself an extra boost die on your remaining healing checks that you do
Right
during
on.
this.
So I'm going to try one more. I don't want to hog all the time. Abe, are you doing anything?
No. Ra would basically be piloting and playing with his rabbit's feet.
Yeah. So right now you're just kind of sitting back. You're kind of lounged in the bunk as H3 is working on you, and you're just kind of twirling the loath cat feet.
I'll be in my bunk. Which, Abe, if you've never seen Firefly, good God, man, go watch it.
Yeah, you need to watch it.
It's really good. I call her Vera. She's my very favorite gun. Boom. There it
nice.
is.
Baby Jesus.
All right.
There it is.
So I'll just say he finishes off the rest of your wounds, so you're feeling back to your usual spunky self there, Abe.
That's the good stuff.
And you guys are good.
Hey.
H3 just looks at you for a long moment and says, "Okay," and he turns back to wordlessly go back to the gunnery console unless you stop him.
Hey, H3. Thanks. My finger gun.
Thanks.
H3 just stares at Ra for a long moment, and slowly brings up his new black right arm. And the fingers slowly unfurl into a finger gun.
Yeah. So, it's not too lucky.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. They say it's bad luck not to name a ship. Just throwing it out there. If you had any cool name ideas, like the flying donkey. No? Well, it's a work in
This
progress.
is a G1A heavy class starfighter.
Yes. Yes, it is. But, like ramen, people call me Ra.
Perhaps G1.
That's at least better. G1 for the time being. We'll call it a working title. Working title, quote, G1.
Is this not a good name?
I mean, it's not the worst. I just, like Star Lightning,
Star Lightning?
Yeah.
Lightning.
Or Galaxy Flyer.
His eyes kind of like the light in his eyes kind of flicker for a moment, which you've seen happen a few times when he's like deep in thought, logicking something out, and he looks back to you and says, "Lightning cannot occur in space.
Double
It
lightning.
requires atmosphere."
You know what? I'll just think about it, and I'll let you know what we call the ship. But for now, quote unquote G1.
Ramen. H3 kind of awkwardly stands up and walks close to Ra. He just stands at his full height next to him.
Pretty close,
Ra.
there, buddy.
We killed many people and stole from them. Was this the right thing to do?
I mean, they shot for we.
It's complicated.
I mean, it's all in perspective. Look, we had to save your buddy, right? And we did. Look at him. He's happy staring at that panel. That's not weird at all. I don't judge. It's cool. R4, you and I, yeah. So in that situation, yes. But you should not just randomly shoot people. I'm going to do it, but you should not. Follow my lead. If I shoot people, you should probably shoot them too. Or maybe punch them. You were really 1-2.
I should follow your lead, but I should not do what you do.
Yeah. Not going as planned. Well, okay. So sometimes when you need to rescue people, you shoot first, ask questions later, or in our case, you just walk in through the mist and shoot them. Following me?
You were referring to the final kill of the battle. Darrow
Yeah.
Blunt. I
Yeah.
walked to point blank range and emptied an entire clip of heavy blaster rifle into his chest.
I mean, one would call that overkill, but it was amazing. I don't remember much. I was blacking out.
We could not afford a miss.
Oh, you hit him. There was nothing left of the torso. We just you peeled that backpack off.
So, killing is okay if it's cool?
Yeah.
Okay. H.V. turns around and goes back to his chair.
Don't kill me.
He looks at you and slowly raises his arm and slowly unfurls his fingers in a gun.
I just put my head in my hand. This is gonna bite me in the ass later.
I mean, you're welcome to continue the conversation if you want, but H3 got his answers.
Nope, not at this moment.
Cool.
We good? All right. So you guys travel through hyperspace, and it's pretty standard. With R4's help, the calculations were easy, and this has been the easiest hyperspace travel that you've had in a while, Ra. He's able to assist you pilot the ship, and you safely drop out of hyperspace within a short distance of the asteroid field. And with the assistance of both the nav computer and then R4W9 contributing his coordinates, you locate the position of a large, kind of slowly drifting asteroid. And R4 just kind of beeps excitedly, and he says, "That's it! That's it! That's where his hideout is. I'm sure of it." You can kind of see from the nav computer the readout of this asteroid. It's just been riddled with caverns made by space slugs, and all kinds of caverns kind of weave in and out of this giant asteroid, and that seems to be different entrances to the interior of the asteroid. A lot of large just openings have been gnawed out of the rock by these space slugs.
Cool. That's really cool.
So you guys are pretty far. You're probably a long distance away from this asteroid, and are kind of hovering there at the moment.
Cool. Can I do some kind of a check to scan the asteroid for vehicles?
Yeah,
Or life forms or something?
Yeah, you sure can. Roll me an easy computers check, please.
Absolutely. Beep, beep, beep.
Shit.
Man, I am on fire tonight.
You did it. You did it. All right.
All the ships.
Let me bring
Did
it
it
up
real good.
here.
Did it real good. I told you, Abe. H3's learning from you. God help the world.
Okay. You guys see that?
See it? See a sentry droid.
All right. So one of the first things that comes up on your scanner is a scan of what seems to be a droid ship that seems to be slowly patrolling the asteroid field. You also read some life forms inside of the asteroid at these areas that I'm about to mark on the map now.
Dun, dun, dun. Well,
Bing,
while you're
bing,
doing that, H3 will say life forms detected within the asteroid. One vehicle outside. Sentry droid. Threat level minimal.
How do I make another circle?
Right click.
Yeah, you gotta
And then
right click
pointers.
and click pointers. You can make as many as you want
Right
that
click,
way.
pointers.
You
And
can only do
then
the left and
circle,
right
right?
button
there you go.
trick once.
I see. So life forms here and here, I believe. So that's right. And then you also scan a large metallic object. Actually, sorry, 2 large metallic objects. Is that right? Yes, 2 large metallic objects here in the same spot as one of the life readouts, as well as over. Whoops, not him. No, come on, get out of here. What is this? Oh my God.
Man, get.
Another large metallic readout right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What else do you scan?
So that's metallic.
Yep. And then the last thing that you scan is a sentry droid that's kind of, like I said, kind of patrolling the outside of the asteroid. If you roll a computer check, you can get a little bit more information on the droid.
Okay.
2 difficulty, please.
Another computer check here. So I will scan the droid. Now, actually, before he does that, he's going to look at Ra and say, I can scan the sentry droid further, but a disastrous failure of scanning may alert it to our presence.
I'm kind of walking over while you're doing that.
That's
and,
unlikely, but possible.
I just kind of look at you. Hey, I mean, that's good. Hey, I don't know if I did good in our last conversation. I don't just kill people.
The left hand goes up to your mouth and goes and puts over your mouth and says, focus on the situation at hand. Situations in the past cannot be changed.
Yeah, kind of afraid of that. Okay. I mean, you're good, right? I'm good.
Scanning sentry droid.
Son of a... Okay, I believe in you. Nice.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm going to say that with my advantages, I fly under the radar and the scanning is not detected.
Okay, so yeah, you do a kind of a covert scan of this droid, and you can see that it's doing a patrol that seems to take it around the asteroid as though it's looking for things, and it orbits the asteroid in about 20 minutes. You guys watch it for one of its 20-minute orbits around this asteroid. And in addition to seeing that, you can tell that it's armed. It's got some kind of laser cannon, as well as it's sending out mid-range sensor sweeps at certain intervals in its orbit, as though it's searching for something.
Right on.
And the sweeps are medium range at maximum.
Would that detect inside the asteroid as well, or is it scanning outward?
It's scanning outward, it seems.
Okay.
Looks like it's doing a perimeter check.
One sentry droid scanning the periphery with a 20-minute patrolling loop can be easily avoided by a skilled pilot. H3 looks towards Robin.
Well, it's your lucky day.
Well, I mean, yeah, I got this. But hey, first, you said earlier you were healing me and you were talking about inventory and you just kept rambling for a while, but I heard armor. Do you need it? Because I kind of...
Oh, I threw it out because of encumbrance.
Son of a bitch. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go back to my seat now. It's cool, and I just meander up way.
I was out of encumbrance.
Tell me when.
Okay, let's see here.
And I wait for a signal to fly in. Hey, where am I flying to, by the way?
into one of the tunnels, I would presume. It nods towards H3 nods towards one of the space slug tunnels.
Yeah, so let me show you where the different tunnel entrances are so you guys can decide which one you'd like to go in.
Bing, bing, bing.
Sentry
We got
droid.
one right there.
Bing.
We've got one right here.
Bing.
Got another one right here. Oh,
And he would tell you that you would need to keep it at least medium range to stay out of the sensors of the sentry droid.
there.
Lemon drop, drink of the night.
I
Mm-mm.
should have grabbed another beer while I was downstairs.
It's
Right
real
there.
good.
One right there. One right there. One right there. And I think there's one down here too. There. Those are all your entrances. So if you
Nice.
guys want to decide which
Sweet
one
baby
you want
Jesus.
to go to.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I lean back over my seat. You got my back in
Okay.
there, right, H3?
H3 takes a long moment and what do it thinks again for a long moment and says, "We are comrades in arms. We will prevail against the overwhelming enemy."
Love it. And I kind of lean forward, waiting for a cue. Tell me when.
Okay. Andy, roll your.
I have astrogation, I have computers.
Roll your computers. Easy check. Now that
Roll
you
your
have a read on
skullduggery.
it.
I can also, during this, I have pilot space, which I could help assist with Abe
Sure.
if R4 has astrogation under control.
Yes, he does. You can. Let's see here. Hold on, I gotta let my cat out before he poops on the floor down there.
Good, I'm grabbing a beer.
No pooping.
What, Louis? What?
Average difficulty?
This is the computer check.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
Oh, wow, nice. Easy peasy. 3 success.
Okay. So you're kind of watching this droid and timing its intervals, and you think at a certain point when it is on the opposite side of the asteroid, you could make an approach at an entrance. I need to have you pick an entrance that you would like to go in.
Whew.
So that you can advise Ra when to make his maneuver.
Rah, rah, rah. I got 2 beers this time.
My thought is, Abe, that we could approach from the side opposite of the humanoids the living organisms we detected, so that we could basically get to their ship and cut them off from the ship.
Well, the good news is I was going to take this one.
Well, there you go. I think that works then. Either of those.
All right.
I'm going to roll 50. I'm going to roll even as top, odd as bottom.
Okay.
Top one.
Boom.
So
Meant to be.
Top. All right. So
we die, it's your fault.
H3 has kind of timed the patrol of the sentry droid, and he gives you an indication of when the droid is going to be on the opposite side of the asteroid so that you can make your approach at the tunnel. to get to the actual tunnel isn't a real big deal. It's going to be a piloting check with a difficulty of 1, but Andy is choosing to help co-pilot. So Andy, can you roll me a piloting check with a difficulty of 2?
Ooh.
Oh, that's planet. Well, it's okay. It's the same for space.
Yep.
Pigs in space. Damn.
Okay. So
rolling good tonight, guys.
Andy is helping you kind of navigate and set the proper speed to be able to make it to this tunnel without having to worry about being seen by the sentry droid, and you're able to do it without even having to roll a check because
Balls,
he's
yeah.
downgraded the difficulty of it.
Yes.
So you guys make it and kind of zoom toward the entrance here and are able to enter. 1 second here. Mask mode.
Entering tunnel.
Shift, control shift. There we go.
Hold on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts, indeed.
Jump into hyperspace ain't like dusting crops, boy. Oh, yeah, that's squiggly.
So you go through this tunnel.
That's some good drawing.
1 second here.
Look at that lasso tool.
That was solid.
Yeah, actually, that was supposed to be a hard piloting check to get past the droid, but Andy pretty much eliminated that.
Crushed it.
Nailed it.
With his co-pilot.
It's good to have a Wookiee in your
Okay.
co-pilot seat.
That's my Wookiee.
As Ra is sort of able to sit back a little bit, while I co-pilot for a minute, H3 says, "Skills are common, talent is rare."
Yeah, that's why I'm the best.
Okay.
I like you, kid.
I think I should add okay to his list of quotes.
Let's see here.
I say it enough.
Okay. Oh, well, shit. This is not... Hold on a second. I got my notes mixed up here. Louis, stop it.
Louis.
Why?
Abe, you know we're gonna die, right? You know this R4 droid is just leading us into like doom and destruction, right?
We got 3 light side points. I'm ready to use them all.
That's true. In case we forgot to do something.
So you guys, I need to make a little token for your ship. I didn't do that yet. Hold on a second. Let me do that real quick.
There's a TIE fighter token in there.
TIE fighter.
Pew pew.
Hold on, I have a picture ready, so let me just get to that.
How many people do you think play this game and just go straight for the Millennium Falcon model light freighter?
It really is the easiest.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't blame them for doing that, but
yeah.
I tried to steer away from that.
It's included right in the main book as one of the 3 options.
That's what I did when I was 10 years old and we played Star Wars RPG. The 10 games one. It was just so easy at the time.
Is that the D6 version?
Yeah, D6.
Yeah, we played
That was
that.
a good one too. Yep.
Mhm.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh my god, why is this being such a pain in the ass? Come on.
I played a gambler who could control pheromones. I was the race that can control pheromones.
Pauline. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty cool. Choose image. Drive. Yeah. Untitled picture.png.
Poor Spur didn't make it very far.
No, he did not. All right. Copy. Cut.
So handling -1 means that we're a little worse at handling, right?
That's correct.
Got it. Or
Which
faster.
I didn't get a whole lot of time to read the starship rules, so we may be doing it
Doing it live.
on the
Fuck it,
fly.
we're doing it live.
Yep.
Depends on what kind of ship they have here. You know.
We'll see. Okay.
Since
Now
we're-
we should be good.
It seems like we're approaching from the side of the ship, hopefully we can
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, your ship gets to this Y right here, and
Love it.
there's a path to your left and a path to your right.
I lean back and I go,
Oh, one thing you might want to do, Dane, is lock the tokens to the token scale.
yeah, that's.
'Cause otherwise, when you
easier.
zoom in, they get smaller.
I see.
And I go, what about the misappropriation?
Misappropriation.
Are you still? Are you?
Thing.
Oh. Do you
'Cause
find that
we borrowed it?
H3 pauses and thinks about that for a moment and looks to you and says, "Do you find that name appropriate?"
I mean, it's definitely more appropriate than G1.
We did not appropriate this vehicle properly, is what you're saying,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
I mean, we got a ship, right?
Which makes it okay.
We had to save your friend.
Sorry, I forgot to have you make another check here, Abe. As you're going through you're going through the tunnels. There, especially when you get to this Y, there's this kind of goo that is coalescing and kind of dangling into kind of like a sticky, I don't know, like a stalagmite. Is that the one that hangs on the ceiling?
Stalactite,
Might.
because it holds tight to the ceiling.
Okay.
And a
Well, whichever one
stalagmite,
hangs,
it might get up.
Whichever one kind of hangs from the ceiling, there's just these like kind of gooey drips coming down.
Mother, we'll get back to that. And I start weaving around them.
Okay. Yeah. You
Easy, medium.
are going to make it's a hard piling check.
Oh, is that 3?
But yeah, I want you to make it once you figure out which way you're going to go.
Oh, balls. I mean, I feel like, left. That's that. Yeah, I want to keep going that way.
Left. Okay.
Excuse me.
Hard
is 3, right?
Hard is 3. Yes. Okay. So you managed to pilot around the goop, but it's taking you a little bit longer than you expected it to because it's just all over the place. And roll your what would that be? Damn it! Open up. Roll your educations.
Oh God.
Roll your intellect. It's a hard check. All right, you have no idea. You know this goop is probably left by the space slugs, but you don't think it'll hurt anything if you get a little too close one of these times. But anyways, you get you pilot around this and you start heading to the left here. Let me draw, and you're heading toward that metal readout.
Mm-hmm. That's the goal.
Okay.
What about the last score? I just keep shouting out other names as we keep piloting.
Last score of what?
Like this could be our last job.
Score. Smuggler terminology.
Yes.
That could be appropriate.
Exactly.
Are we smugglers?
I mean, I have been known to hide a few things. It's a really good way to make money. Look, I owe some very important people a lot of money. You know what? Maybe we should get back to this another time. Look, there's a ship.
Okay. You guys.
Oh my God, is that an X-wing? Can we steal an X-wing?
Something.
We could have a fleet.
What's that?
That's actually the worm.
I mean, there may be a worm coming up.
I start piloting the ship in a circle.
Okay.
That would be pretty amazing.
So you guys are flying and you kind of run into this metal ping that's been showing up on your sensor array.
Right.
You come around the corner and turn on the lights to your ship, the external lights to your ship, and they shine onto a small one-person spacecraft. It seems to have been abandoned a while ago, and it's in real poor shape. You can see a lot of that goop that you just avoided in the tunnel is kind of patched onto it and has almost kind of hardened onto parts of it, and eaten holes in the ship and other parts.
Oh shit.
Oh, you know what? Let's get back to that
it's
conversation.
Kind of sitting there. It's kind of sitting there abandoned, but yeah, the scanners, the readout that you're getting, the metal readout, seems to be this ship.
Nothing else in this area.
Nope.
And we saw another ship or another metal object. Was that this one?
Yeah, this one. This one.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
That was also a life form reading there too.
And no other way to get out of this tunnel, right?
The tunnel that you're in right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can continue going forward. So you can continue going that way, yep. If you wanted to.
I would like to explore this one some more, but
the actual spaceship?
Yeah, I would like to explore this spaceship some more, but maybe after we take care of the threat at hand. This is clearly an unmanned spaceship, while alluring to perhaps salvage parts and see what we can gain from this. I think it is wise to instead deal with the threat at hand.
I mean, okay. Dane, seeing that what it did to that goop, can I seem to sit down at the console a little bit more and kind of lean forward, and one hand is stroking my lucky Luth feet.
Okay, Luth cat feet. Yep.
Yeah, but I'm paying a little bit more attention. I don't want to let on that I'm a little tense, but I'm a little tense.
Okay. Yeah. You're a little bit worried about this this goop that you weren't as worried about before.
If you were worried about it, I could try to get outside of the ship and clean some of it off.
Do I think I hit any on the ship?
No, you think you did a pretty good job of going around it, but you think that was mostly just luck at the time and not because you were being careful.
I just over my shoulder. No, not yet, but It's not a bad idea. And you notice there's this strange determination now in my eyes, and I which you may not have picked up on, but I'm now like leaning forward, very intensely focusing on what I'm doing, and almost become mute.
Out of curiosity, going through the inventory of the ship, is H3 aware of there being like a space suit or something for Ramen in case things go south here?
Yep, didn't buy one.
Um,
I don't think we have one.
I didn't buy one because it was either that or my trench coat.
Here's what I'm gonna do.
And I bought my trenchy coat.
Because I don't even think I can get outside the ship without decompressing the
blow
cabin.
up. I'll hold my breath.
I'm
It'll be fine.
gonna make this a hard.
You know what?
Check.
You know what? I'm gonna say light side token.
Ooh.
We already have. There's already one on the ship.
Well, here's the thing, because that I'm not 100% sure of. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let you use that light side token, but this is still gonna be a hard perception check.
Sure.
Cool, let me do it.
Upgraded
Let me do it.
thing.
I'll roll the perception.
Sure. Is that okay? I would mention it to Ramen at this point as a curiosity.
Yep, that's fine.
Have you seen a spacesuit in this?
And immediately I'm like, I whip around. You said a hard difficulty?
Hard difficulty, yep, 3 red.
But
you have an upgraded
so
die for your perception.
Plus?
Yep.
Oh, I upgraded the difficulty. Ooh.
No, you don't want to do that. Clear that out of that.
Okay.
There you go.
Ah, there it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So Ra, you kind of remember seeing something, and you put the ship into just hovering mode and kind of jump out of your chair and run down to the lower deck where the cargo is. And under the bunk, there was a kind of drawer that you saw something sticking out of. And jimmying the drawer open, you open it up to see a... what is that actually called in this game?
I think it's literally spacesuit. Like
spacesuit. It's an armor of some kind. No, not YouTube Pro. No. Where is it? Armor. There's a gear.
Gear.
Equipment, gear, spacesuit. Should probably just look at my rule book. Spacesuit, yeah, that is. All right, you have a spacesuit.
Can I wear that?
Yeah.
Can I put that shit on right now?
Yeah, I'll say you can wear it, but you'll have to take off your armor and your trench coat in order to put it on.
Son of a bitch.
You won't be able to put it on over. Okay.
Very upsettingly.
Put it in your inventory here.
But I do.
Zip.
All right, so in theory, if I uncheck the encumbered, I can just... Bing!
Yep.
There we go. Okay. And I come walking past with my helmet open, back up into the captain's seat. And as I'm walking past, I go, what about the Royal Bounty? I think it's got a nice little ring to it.
All right, H3, you see that he has this kind of space suit with helmet that he kind of wraps his leku around his neck so that he can fit this suit on, which seems to be designed for something more a humanoid.
It chafes.
So it chafes a little bit.
It chafes a lot. Don't worry, I'll complain about it loudly.
And your ship is continuing to just kind of hover in place with repulsors.
All right.
Okay.
And I rub my hands together. Let's do it.
Yep.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, R4 is just, you notice that he's quiet, but he seems to be concentrating on continuing to run sensor sweeps within here. And he's really focused on just helping you navigate through these tunnels. So, are you going to continue forward? Or?
Yeah, so you're saying it goes that way? Oh, shit, it's
Yeah,
disappeared
I
that
think
way?
so.
So, let's see here. Boop, boop, boop.
Dane, if I flip off my headlights, can I see anything?
Yeah, there's just kind of a light glow. It's a little difficult. It would add a setback to your piloting to
Alright.
shut off the lights, but
Not yet, but I may do that later.
okay. So you guys move to here. You notice to your right is just a little dead end. And then when you get to this junction here, you run into more of that goop that's taking up a lot of the tunnel. So please do another hard pilot check, please.
God, the goop!
Do you have skilled jockey as a talent yet?
No, because I used it on my skullduggery. I thought we'd need it.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think. Let me double check. I don't think I checked anything off yet.
What was in the pocket? What's in the colon polyp?
Cool. I thought he said that was a dead end.
Oh, there's nothing in there.
No, nothing in the column.
Jesus. Okay, I'm making a roll. Skills that pay the bills.
Skills.
Space, the final frontier.
Oh boy.
Suck it!
All right.
I yell as I swing past them.
So yeah, you completely swing past the dripping goop, and you see to the
It's like a Friday night.
You see to the left, it's just another dead end, so you don't even head that way. You immediately come down this way. And Abe, you're more confident in your piloting skills than you were before. And the goop doesn't scare you as much anymore, so I want you to add boost dice to your piloting until I say you can't anymore.
Suck it. Suck it.
All right. So you see Ra's face kind of change from his solemn concentration to kind of a sly smirk on his face as he's got his mojo back.
The slippery eel. No, I don't like that one.
Yeah, he continues to just spout out names as he's piloting.
I do not see an eel. These tunnels were made by space slugs.
Yeah, the space slug. I just keep.
Okay, and that's what you can see from there. This does continue this way.
God, we're in the nuts of the penis.
Dark, and this one continues this way. Either a dead end.
I mean, I feel. Have you guys been giving me like blip radar?
Yeah, they're telling you that this one, the one that's directly south of you, is a life sign reading.
All right.
And the other one is both a metallic object and life sign reading.
Shit.
So I'm guessing inside these asteroids there is no atmospheres. There's no.
No, there is not.
Right on.
Well, let's go right through. I want to go down this way.
Okay. Let me see here.
And Dane.
Yes.
Andy, I'm sorry. I flip off the headlights.
That's fine.
Okay.
Why are you sorry? I'm good. I can see in the dark.
You flip off the headlights,
So I'm about to use a force point.
You come and try it to a kind of large, spacious, and seemingly empty cavern. 1 second here. Roll your perception.
Perception.
Both of you. And it's an easy perception roll.
Is this getting a boost dice? This is in my piloting.
Yes.
I feel like that doesn't answer my question. Do you want me to add
I'm
my
sorry,
boost die?
No,
That's just for
not
piloting.
to
Okay.
not perception. Yeah, that's just for piloting.
Don't need it. So good.
Okay. So Andy, you're kind of focused on the sensors and trying to find the life readouts that were in the section. And as you're looking at the scanner, Andy, you are hearing bloop, 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 bloop. And Abe, as you're piloting here, all of a sudden you hear ka-thunk, 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 as something impacts the outside of the ship.
Balls.
But you're not quite sure what. And it's too dark in here to tell.
Motherfucker. This is just a life form reading?
Yeah.
Fuck.
What?
I spin the ship around and try to go back the way I came. And then I flip on the headlights.
Okay. 1 second here.
What did you see?
I got a bad feeling about this.
Okay.
I think we might have found a worm.
Okay. As soon as you turn on your lights, Abe, you're down in here and you turn on your lights.
We're
You
invisible.
see just a bunch of flapping wings just flying all over the place. There's just a ton of them. And roll your intellect.
Intellect. Oh, just a flat out intellect. No anything?
Just unless you have knowledge of
Xenology?
what the knowledge and skills are. Xenology, yeah, xenology.
I got
No.
Underworld. Is this Underworld? It's Underworld. Totally
No.
Underworld. So
Xenology.
just one difficulty?
So just regular intellect. Yeah, just one.
Boom.
Yeah, you know what these are. They're Minox.
We gotta get the fuck out of here.
And you look down at the system panel in front of you, and it starts blinking. Beep, 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 beep. And your ship takes 1 system strain,
Shit.
and its handling is reduced by 1.
There's no other openings in this room, right? Now that I get the headlights on.
That's right. Hold on, let me make sure I did that right. Oh wait, no, sorry. System strain. You get 4 system strain.
Oh, shit. That's a third of our
And-
system strain.
Yep, and yeah, and your handling is reduced by 1.
Oh, damn.
Can you make changes to that on the starship? Or
We
no?
cannot.
You cannot. Okay.
No,
So system strain,
at the
you've
moment we
got
cannot.
4,
Jesus.
and the handling is -2. What does handling do?
I have no idea.
Remind me. Okay, let me look real quick because that might be important. But you're able to fly out of the cavern as you described before. Handling 224. Handling. Generally speaking, handling reflects the ship's or vehicle's inherent agility and ways in which it responds to the pilot and his crew. Handling is dictated by a number of factors. What size is certainly most obvious. A Z-95 Headhunter or fire spray patrol boat is by nature more maneuverable than a Victory-class Star Destroyer. Other factors such as shape, control systems, mass, or general awkwardness all contribute to handling. In game terms, a ship or vehicle's handling characteristic dictates the number of advantage or setback dice it adds to the player's dice pool. Base handling is 0, with extremely agile ships adding advantage, and slow or plodding ships adding disadvantage to all piloting checks. Whoops. Pilots add disadvantage equal to the ship's negative handling value or advantage to the ship's positive handling value. So we should have been adding a setback die, but I will allow it. So yeah, you guys exit the cavern, but yeah, you notice that your ship is struggling. Something seems to be draining something from it.
Any ideas what that could be, H3?
My guess is
Go ahead and roll your intellect.
sure.
Do it. You're so
Genealogy,
smart.
if you have it.
You're a freaking robot.
He is very smart. Okay.
Could I
You-
deduce, since he knows that they're Minox, could I deduce that they are on the ship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Andy was going to guess that
There you
anyways.
go, success. Yeah. Yeah, you deduce it. It's deduced.
Yeah. My inference in this situation is that the Minox are attached to the ship, seeking our power source and draining us of the ship's lifeblood.
Well, son of a bitch.
To speak in organic terms,
Well, what can we do about that?
shoot them.
With
But
what?
first, I would have to go out the ship, I suppose.
I slam my helmet shut.
Okay.
But first, I guess with that roll, I probably wouldn't know if Minox keep damaging the ship or if they. Because I don't want to start firing blasters if it's going to alert the nearby people.
I don't know that you know that off of hand.
Okay.
So I probably shouldn't have had you roll the intelligence check for the first thing, because you're a pretty smart guy. You know what Minox do. But go ahead and roll another intellect.
Sure.
And sorry, what were you asking again?
Just if they keep damaging the ship, or if
okay, yeah. Roll xenology, two difficulty,
or if we would have time to basically deal with Baden before they totally wreck our ship. If it's if they're left too long, they deal damage, or if they're we got to deal with this now.
Yep. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah, you know that while they suck power from ship systems, it takes them a while to do that. So they basically harvest immediately after latching to the ship, but then kind of just hang on to the ship for a while until their bellies are full or bellies are empty again, and then they'll continue to take more. So usually once a day, they pull some energy from the ship as long as they're attached to it.
Right on. Unless we find more of these Minox, we have time to deal with them as a threat.
Well, shit. And then I turn down this hallway.
Okay.
I'm leaving this helmet on. What about the last mistake?
Why would you call it that?
I feel like this might be my last one, and I go piloting down the tunnel.
If that is true, then no one would ever know that the ship is called that.
I'm gonna carve it in the hull.
That seems unlikely. We have enough time before your demise.
I'll find a way, and I keep flying.
All right, you guys get to this juncture, and Abe, you run into another. Actually, this whole area that you're moving through right here is just lined with this goop. It's snot everywhere. So I want you to roll a hard check with 2 setback die.
Am I assisting at all through this?
If you would like to do a co-piloting action, I will allow it. It is a piloting with difficulty of 2 for you, Andy, as well as 2 setback dice because of the handling of the ship.
Sure.
So you may attempt to help co-pilot. So Andy, roll your roll first.
So I do setbacks as well.
You do setbacks as well because you're also dealing with bad handling of the ship.
Oh,
good God.
Okay. So
I fail.
Yeah, but Andy, you're able to recover a system strain.
Oh, cool.
You aren't able to help them with the piloting, but you are able to kind of reroute some power systems in order to eliminate some of the strain on the system.
Nice.
So
you said medium or hard?
So this is a hard still. It's three difficulty dice with 2 setback, but you have 1 advantage because you're confident.
Oh, I'm so confident. Oh, that's right. It's at a boost,
sorry.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Boo!
All right. Yeah, you're able to do it, and in doing it, you actually are able to fly very close to one of the little snot dangles, and you hear a as one of the Minox gets caught in the snot
Nice.
and falls off the ship.
Nice. Amazing.
And you kind of do like a little corkscrew through all the snot until you get to this next juncture. And there is a path to the left and a path to the right.
I did it anyways. Can I? Was the advantage to knock off one of those high knocks?
Yes.
Okay. Minox. Okay. Minox. Okay. So path to the left, path to the right.
Mhm.
H3. You guys still showing the blip to the south? To the right?
Checking sensors. R4, confirm.
Sorry, say again. Oh, sorry, I was reading something. What are you doing? You're scanning the sensors again?
Yeah, just to make sure the life form and the...
Yes, the life forms are still reading out from there, as well as the large metal object.
That's not R4's voice.
I mean, yeah. Woohoo! Zippity doo dah.
Ooh, I like that. The zippity doo dah, and I whip it to the right.
Misa checking sensors.
Misa checking sensors.
Misa do so good.
Oh no!
Oh,
all right.
no!
All right. So he says it's still reading out there, and you're going to go to this point here, and then you see this.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh
dun.
god, I'm so nervous.
The tunnel continues straight forward, and there's also a path to your left.
Like that way?
Yep.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. Yeah, that goes straight forward. The one that you just pointed, and then the other one goes off.
I feel like we need to go that way, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, which way are we going?
I whip the ship to the arrow that you're currently pointing.
This one, the green one.
Yep, it's me.
Okay. You're gonna run into some more snotties, so roll me
Monkey with a poop in the.
Roll me some shit, and then H3 if you want to try again to assist. You're welcome to
try.
You can do this, man. You were hung up on the ship names.
So what's my difficulty?
The broken compass.
2, I believe, for a pilot check, and then you have 2 setbacks for the handgun.
I mean, the odds are not with me, Abe. I might just hurt more than I help.
No, I believe in you. We are a team.
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay.
I do not help you.
I do not help him, but again, you're still working with the systems. You're able to reduce the strain again.
Okay, good.
I mean, you're a really good mechanic. So that's 2 setback, 2 difficulty, a boost, and my normal roll.
3 difficulty. Sorry.
Son of a bitch.
Get it.
Oh no.
God damn it.
I mean, that's a lot of negative dice.
So let's say that
does this spacesuit have like a urination system in it?
Refresher.
A refresher.
Yeah. Oh, of course it does. Yeah.
Good.
And actually recycles the urine into water, so you can drink it.
I relieve myself and take a kind sip.
Hearty sip.
Delicious.
Refreshing. Still warm.
That was rather quick. I don't know if it got to be filtered completely.
I'm stuck on a dry.
All right. So yeah, you get some gunk on your back, on the back wing of the ship, the little spoiler wing of your ship, and when you do that, you also hear another as another Minoc is knocked off of the ship by the goop that you just ran through. But But yeah, you are at another junction, one that seems to go. Whoops, sorry, I needed to draw the rest of that.
Whoopsie-daisy.
That goes straight out to space. You see space on the in front of you, and then another one that goes to your right.
Hey, remember that time we drove the entire length of the asteroid to almost make it outside? Going south.
All right.
Dead end.
Let's see here.
We
got here? We got.
What do I have any knowledge of this space slug goop, or that like how long it would take to damage the ship?
You can roll some intellect for me. Xenology.
Average.
Yeah. Let's go with average. Okay. You've seen some of the stuff on ships that you've worked on before, and while it is very sticky and hard to clean, it's corrosive, but not fast acting in any way.
Okay.
So if it was left on for a couple of days or so, probably hold on, let me read and make sure.
Probably, about
probably about 3 days. If you left it on for 3 days, it would do about the equivalent of 2 hull damage if this were a role-playing game.
It's probably it's probably more the effect of having goop stuck to your wings that would have on your handling and stuff that would get you caught up in it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You'll get caught up in it.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Hey, look, another polyp.
Yep.
Little
you guys
daisy.
fly next to 2 more just dead ends before you get to another juncture with a path straight forward.
Come on.
That's a dead end too.
Going that way.
That is also dead end. Yep. There's a path straight forward, and then there's also a path leading south.
I want to go here.
Through the wall.
There's a solid wall that way, but the readouts are still pinging.
I take an immediate right, and I'm going through that wall. No, I'm going to go forward, I guess.
Go forward? Okay.
That way. Pushing through. Ramming it hard.
Ram it in there.
Randy the Ram Ramsey.
Automatically set up my crazy-ass roll here. And I'm ready to do it.
Because you are going to be piloting through some snot again.
God damn this fucking place.
You get a boost die still.
That was in character.
Actually, no, I take that back because you ran into the goop the last time. You kind of lost some of your confidence. Remember, you still got light side points.
I'm helping him. I'm not using a light side point. 1 second.
Okay. You're gonna help him?
See if I finally help you.
This is gonna be the one, man. This is the one. Maybe not. That's a lot of negative.
It's a wash.
I mean, he didn't hinder me.
He doesn't hinder you at all, but he doesn't help you at all. So, just a regular check.
All right. I close my eyes a little bit. Fuck it, and I just push it through.
All right.
How does that work?
All right. Yeah. How does that work? Okay. So you're gonna get goopy. So you get the fucking attitude, and you go through, and you get some more dabs of goop. So you got about 3 large splotches of goop on your ship. But in doing so, by driving right through the goop, the remainder of the Minox are just caught up in the big snot globs and are removed from your ship. So I'm going to say that's your triumph, is that you got rid of the rest of the Minox, but you've got 3 large globs of this goop on your ship as you make it to this juncture.
I call over my shoulder, the accidental success. It's got a nice ring to it, and I just keep going.
Sorry, I'm going to redraw some of these pointers. Boop, boop.
Is there something that way?
Yes, there's a tunnel that way.
Good.
Dan, did you expect us to fly through the entire asteroid?
I expected you to die, Mr. Bond.
This is gonna be a fucking
Okay.
dead end. I pushed through.
And
I
sorry,
pushed through.
one thing that I forgot to mention, but it doesn't really affect you guys at this point. But there is another metal readout on the outside of the asteroid.
Now there's a
It's on
metal
the
reading.
exterior of the asteroid. Over
We'll
there.
deal with that later.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
We'll
so-
check it out later.
You guys are gonna head down that hallway?
H3's like, there's another readout. I don't care, and I push through.
Okay. This time, let's see here. There isn't any more snot that you can see coming through. Damn it! Hitting the wrong thing.
Wait, before we do this,
Okay.
do I have like a HUD-up display? Like I can kind of see it mapping on the ship?
Yeah.
I
will
flipped
say
my
yeah.
lights
That's cool.
off again.
Okay. But yeah, you're gonna have to use a light side point for that.
That's fine. I flip them off.
Okay.
Bing! I don't know how to use it. Bing! Oh god, I used them all.
Oh no.
I didn't mean to use
You
them all.
fool.
Just one of them. Put it back.
Okay. Okay. So as you move forward, you
What's
switch off your lights, and you see a light, kind of blue glow coming from that direction.
Blow it up.
And this is what you see. Oh.
Oh shit! I shoot him.
Wait, what was actually here? Because if there's nothing gonna be here, I'm gonna shoot this guy. With my one good blaster.
So what you guys see is a large blue kind of energy shield. And Andy, roll a mechanics check, difficulty 1. This will be a knowledge of mechanics.
You
I
wanna
guess.
you want me to help you with that, H3? Nah,
Okay.
nah, you got it.
So you know that this giant blue shimmering shield is a pressure curtain that keeps anything behind it kind of having a normal terrestrial pressure to it, as well as atmosphere.
Mm.
So anybody exiting a ship behind that curtain would be able to walk around normal. What you guys are able to see is a large ship. Let me pull it up here.
Is it cooler than our ship?
It looks pretty cool. It's big.
Is it a freighter?
We could have an
it is a
armada.
freighter. Yep.
How did it get
It's
in
a
here?
freighter.
I'm guessing they got stuck because I'm guessing they're not as good a pilot as you.
That's what it is. You know it.
There it
Fist
is.
bump.
Boom.
Oh,
Finger
That's
guns.
it.
Vagrant.
Yes.
See
So
it.
what you see is a large ship, and up in the left-hand corner is kind of what it looks like in a 3D
no, ours is
view
cooler.
there.
I'm blowing this shit up.
Whoa!
And
No, from the
what
inside.
you guys can see is that it is currently parked here. It's surrounded by arc lights, so just large, almost stadium-looking lights that light up the area, and large cables are running from the ship to a large generator. And outside of the ship, you can see that the loading ramp is kind of open, which if you're looking at the 3D view of the ship, the loading ramp would be right here.
All right.
So the landing gear is down and the loading ramp is open. You also see 3 crates sitting outside of the they look like little pods sitting outside of the ship on the ground. And that's about it.
R4. What does your scanner tell you about their power level?
It's over 9,000!
Would you like me to scan their ship directly?
If you could see how many life forms are aboard.
Okay. I don't
I
want to
can-
alert them of us being here, though.
I can assist.
Okay.
Oh,
Here
God.
goes.
I assist.
All right. Let's see here.
Or if I'm better, he can assist. I don't know.
Yeah. Where is our R4? Do I have him open up? Oh, yeah, he's up here. What's your computers, Andy?
I have 4 intelligence, 1 computers.
4 intelligence, 1 computer. He has 2 intelligence, 3 computers.
So I think one way you can do assist is that you can do the
So-
stat for one person and skill for the
give
other
a boost.
person.
Yeah.
I think that's how you can do it.
I thought assisting only gave boost die, but I don't remember.
So I think you can do it in that where's assisting? Index.
Assist
Assisting.
maneuver 201.
I thought there was something like you could use one person's attribute and one person's skill.
That's how you normally determine proficiency. But yeah, I have assist as a add.
Gotcha.
bonus
I don't know
die.
where I read that then.
That's all right. So this is going to be a. Let me see here real quick.
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be
It's
right.
over 9,000. Okay. Let me see real quick about where is he? There he is. Kind of skills. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. If you want to do this check, it's going to be a computer's check against a challenge die and a difficulty die.
Okay. To not get found out.
Do not get found out. Now, R4 has 2 proficiency dice and 1 regular die, the green die. You have 3 regular green dies and 1 proficiency die, so you can decide who does the check.
So yeah, I guess if he can assist me, I'll get a boost.
Okay. So add a boost to your check, and then yep, here we go.
Are you using any dark side points?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
because this already scares me.
Oh, God. Oh, God. That's
What
not a
could go
good
wrong?
sign.
What could go wrong?
The bad choices.
Ha!
Motherfucker!
Nice.
I
Well
would
done.
say with the Triumph,
Yep.
would I be able to subtly sort of jam their scanners to make us invisible to them for the next scene?
Absolutely.
Right.
That is
So
baller.
with R4's assistance, you do a detailed scan of the system or of this ship, and you find that the ship is only at 10% power, which generally means they're on emergency power. And then also you find out that the ship's hyperdrive is not working, is inactive. And you are also able to kind of weed your way in to jam their sensors.
Nice. So we are now invisible to their sensors. He gives the finger gun to R4.
He's getting it.
Oh boy, Abe, what's our plan here, buddy?
Um,
Shit, did we just go the entire long way?
Yep. Yeah, we did.
Jesus. I assumed that this was going to go into the.
It's amazing.
Wow. Amazing indeed.
Ooh, that's a great name. What's a plan? And I try to stealthily. Do I know if I can get into this like thing, this bubble?
Yeah, it's like any other atmosphere shield on any kind of capital ship or anything like that. You know that you can fly through it, and it's not necessarily, unless it's designed by somebody who's quite apt, it's not going to send any kind of scanner information or detection information. It's just it's just generally meant to keep atmosphere in, but a ship can pass through it pretty easily.
I want to look for a spot that I could maybe sit it down that's a little more hidden but easy to escape.
Okay, so with your lights off, you kind of shift the ship kind of over on the side as quietly as you can. You also go as close to the ceiling as possible to try to stay out of the viewpoint of the cockpit, which is at the top of the ship. So if you look at the picture, the cockpit is at the very top. And you're able to kind of fly over and beside it, and you think you could probably land pretty safely over to the side of the cavern.
Yeah, I wanna land, and as soon as we land, I'm getting out of this bullshit space suit, and I'm putting on my sweet robes.
Okay. So yeah, you guys land pretty easily, and you can exit the ship. You open up the back hatch of the ship, and when you walk out, Abe, you're kind of still pulling on your armor and your jacket, and you look up and roll. You know what? It's not going to be a roll. You get hit with a little bit of goop on your face as you look up.
God damn it! What the hell?
And it is like really sticky, and it immediately starts to irritate your skin.
God, this burns.
Oh, Dane.
Yes.
The original question with the scan was how many life forms, and I totally.
Oh, okay.
How many life forms on this? On this
Yeah,
boat?
you scan. Let me look here. How many are in?
Got so caught up in the triumph, I forgot about the real question here.
Yep. Let's see here. You scan 6 life forms.
Okay.
In the ship.
Got it.
At varying levels.
6 life forms identified.
So, Abe, you kind of scoop the goop off of your face, and there's a little red patch on your blue skin where it was sitting. And you look up, and there's just goop all over your spoiler. And then looking around at the side of the ship, there's a large patch of goop on each side of the ship. And you can see the parts on the ship where the Minox were pulling power cables and sucking the power, because they're kind of sticking out and going a little bit.
Son of a nerf herder. Can W9 or R9, can W4, can he fix that?
Shh.
Yeah. And
Focus on the task at
R4 is
hand.
also going to shush you. Beep shushes.
We are like 20 feet away from this other ship, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. We have time. Do not worry. What is done cannot be undone.
The final ship. That's what I'm going to call it. It's bullshit. Fine. And
I do not know
grab
why
my
you
gun.
care about giving this ship a name.
It's important.
It's not. Is it that special of a ship?
It's my ship. Mine. And it's got shit all over it.
Soon.
I'm going to put that aside. I'm going to buckle it up in a little treasure trove, and I'm going to deal with it later, because that's what I do. Let's get in this goddamn ship.
Soon this ship could be your ship. H3 kind of rolls its shoulder, not understanding the excitable Twi'lek beside him.
All of these ships are gonna be my goddamn ships. And I pull my gun out. Or
Naming a ship
unbuckle
that
it.
is only temporary just seems like a waste of time and thought. That's all.
It's not your ship! And I just keep I now walk forward. I'm looking for the hatch.
It's open, right?
I can tell it's open, and I go walking towards it.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Oh god. Oh shit. Oh, we get so small. Look at me. I'm all small up there. Beep, 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 beep. I like that we just keep moving
Sorry.
a little bit. Beep.
Sorry, I was muted. So you guys are kind of over in that area, and you guys walk out. R4 stops at the dock. He says, "I will stay with the ship. Keep the engines warm in case we need to make a quick escape."
And if perhaps you could be ready with the laser cannons in case we need some covering fire on our way out.
I will do my best. They are forward-facing only, but perhaps have a little arc that I could work with.
Well, okay.
All right, so as you guys walk up, it's pretty quiet down here. Nobody seems to be walking down. It looks like, what you do see is a couple of binary load lifting droids are picking up. Stop, YouTube. Stop. A couple of binary load lifters are kind of, which are large droids with kind of forklift arms. They're lifting boxes and starting to take them into the ship. They're also, in addition to the big boarding ramp, there are some loading ramps that are extending from about the mid area of the ship down with conveyor belts on them. And the binary droids are loading cargo onto the ship through these loading ramps.
Why is there cargo outside of the ship?
That's a good question. There are a couple of chairs and tables kind of set up, folding chairs and tables setting up outside the ship as well. The binary load lifters kind of just walk past you. They completely ignore you as they're loading stuff into the ship. You see three kind of container pods sitting on the ground right outside of the boarding ramp.
Oh, I would totally look in those.
Okay, you approach the containers, and Abe, I want you to roll me a.
Badass check.
I want you to roll me a easy perception. No, easy knowledge underworld check.
Yeah. They the same no matter what. No, they're not. Alright, easy underworld. No.
Okay. You're not quite sure how to open one of these. But you're pretty sure if these guys are any kind of smugglers worth their salt, these containers are probably rigged.
Hey, maybe not touch those. H3 would have seen him like kind of screw with it for a while and be like, maybe not.
Yeah. You kind of stand back with your hands up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to look at it, H3, you can use your perception check.
Sure, I can use a perception. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he would use. Okay. I would probably screw up because I only roll one die.
Right. You can use.
If he thinks he could successfully hack into one of these things and do something with it,
you think you could open it, but Ross seems pretty squeamish that there's some kind of mechanism on this that is, or there's some way that this is rigged to do something. You're not quite sure whether it's to explode or whether it's to destroy its contents or what have you.
Yeah, Ross pretty lackadaisical, except for, in dire straits. You've at least
Sure.
picked that up.
No, I think H3 would trust Ra's lead here and just not mess with it.
All right, I think we need to be quiet and reserved and everything I am against, but I say we get into that ship.
Shh. Okay.
All right.
H3 pulls out his heavy. He readies his heavy blaster rifle.
All right.
Maybe not so aggressive. I mean, hold it differently.
So I'm gonna say
He angles it slightly downward.
Yeah, that's better.
this may be a good place to stop for the night because I don't know how in depth this encounter is gonna get.
You mean you know exactly how in depth this encounter is going to go?
Exactly.
It'll take us 50 minutes to get past room 1.
True. But so far, you guys have found the loading ramp here.
Exciting.
All right, let's go with. I'm going to give you each 5 experience for role playing this encounter or this session, and then Abe, I'm going to give you an extra 2 experience for your piloting skills.
It was so good.
And then Andy, I will also give you an extra 2 experience for your repairing of your arm.
That was pretty badass.
And just completely, attaching a new arm and then also making it better. So
Sweet.
And right now, you guys are standing amongst some containers outside a large YV666 freighter. And we'll see what happens the next time we play Star Wars RPG.
All right.